Good morning, everybody. Wow, Scott, that was very enthusiastic.
Thank you.
Whoa.
It's very loud over
Ready
here.
to party.
Turn it down.
Ready to party.
Now
Who's ready? It's Thursday already, guys.
It's so great.
3 great days.
Three great days.
Yeah,
This
don't
is the
expect
last.
much from us tomorrow.
No.
That's fine. Rafe's out. He's got his colonoscopy today. Colonoscopy and the throat one, too.
The
oil change?
esophageal or whatever.
Esophageal.
Second part of it.
Scope.
They're scoping both sides?
At the same time, which is wild.
No,
he's
they're
getting
not.
DP, dude. It's crazy.
Okay, let's not.
It is what it is. Okay, I said what I
Let's
said.
not start with that.
Oh, my gosh. So
Let's not. You're at a 15 right now. I'm at a 7.
I'm
so
compensating
ramping
for
up.
one man down, dude.
3 great days. Hey, so he really is getting both ended?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
They
Same
start
day,
from the
I didn't
bottom
know
up.
they did that. Huh.
Oh yeah. He's been having some stomach issues and.
He might have GERD. We don't know.
What the heck is that?
I don't know.
That sounds like
Isn't
a
that in the
Yeah.
belly?
GERD.
That sounds like if you leave
GERD.
cheese
It's an ac-
outside for
No,
a
it's
Is
an
that like acid
acronym.
reflux or
Yeah. It's
gastro, esophageal, rectal
GERD.
disorder?
Great band name.
Yeah, GERD or GURD?
GERD.
It's an
Do
acronym
you know
for
what I
something.
mean? Yeah.
Oh, it is?
GERD. What is
Yeah.
it?
GERD.
It is a
Oh, man.
condition where stomach acid flows back up into the esophagus, causing heartburn and other symptoms.
We call it agita.
I haven't seen you in a
Agita.
while. Where you been? Well, sorry, man. I got GERD.
You never heard GERD before?
No.
Yeah.
We
that's,
probably all have it.
That's fancy
Acid reflux.
acid reflux.
Okay.
Yeah, you probably got
It's
to take
acid
like
reflux with a bow tie on.
Did that term expire? We had to go to something cooler like GERD.
GERD.
Or
GERD.
GERD.
I feel like GERD opens up for
Cannibal Corpse?
Guar.
some. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
GERD and
Guar
Guar tour?
and
Dude, that'd be gnarly.
didn't
The
Guar,
pit.
Guar played last night somewhere?
Here?
Yeah. With
Where were they?
They had a big show last night.
Was it the pageant?
Guar at the pageant with special guests GERD. The return of GERD.
They were at the pageant yesterday. That's right.
With
Static X.
With Static
Static X.
Oh, shoot.
What?
Machines
Oh, my
versus
gosh.
monsters.
Okay.
They broke down at up by Shalbina. My cousin said, "Guess who's in here?" And I said, "I don't know, man." And he said a name, and I was like, "I don't know who that is." And he's like, "Singer of
GERD.
Static X?
Static X or whatever." other
Mushroom
band.
Head was the
Mushroom.
old.
Was it Mushroom Head?
Yeah.
Okay, whatever fellow.
Mushroom Head opened?
No,
No.
they're-
I guess the guy
he
who used to be in
the
that
lead singer.
band is now with Static X or somebody else.
Yeah.
Anyways, they threw an axle or someone on
In
fire.
Shalbina?
Yeah.
Oh, what a town to break down in.
I know.
Our cousin,
All the townies come out and strip the bus?
just our cousin, he fixed their trailer.
Did he
How
really?
cool is that?
Yeah.
That's sweet.
I can imagine the Static X bus breaks down.
Yeah, push
town,
it.
Small town, Missouri.
Yeah, man.
Oh, boy.
Pretty
And
neat.
if you're up there and you have trailer issues, our cousin's the one
All
that's
these
fixing it.
rock and rollers step out of the bus. And they go, uh-oh. We're
Yeah.
nowhere near. We're nowhere near as a big city. And all the townies come out.
Dude, that's their demo.
Yeah.
The best part is
Yeah,
when
And then
believe it.
somebody sleeps with a farmer's daughter. And all hell breaks loose.
oh boy,
You're right. it is.
Somebody, yeah. The old farmer catches one of the band members making out with his hot daughter in the hay barn.
Dang.
You right there. That is the demo because my cousin knew him by name.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, the drummer's with the bus with the mechanic, and it's getting fixed. And next thing you know, the lead singer's running from the farm, running to the bus with his just his tighty whities on, just
Yep.
holding his pants, going,
His
"Start the
Jenkos.
bus!
And then, the music
Start the
starts.
bus!
It's the snare.
Start the bus!
Snare and the banjo picking.
And the drummer's like to the mechanic, hurry up! And they finally get the bus fixed. They fire it up, and they're off. And the farmer's out there with his pitchfork. Oh, I'll get you next time. And the daughter's like, I love you.
Can you actually pull up Push It by Static X just to play the beginning? Because honestly, like that would be the music as he is running with his pants down and his Jenkos by his
is this our
ankles.
next music video?
I would hope so.
I hear a snare and a
He's
banjo.
holding his pants.
Da-na-na-na.
And the guy with the pitchfork saying, "Don't you come back to Shalbina, you hear?"
Yeah, the
And somehow
daughter's
they're
like,
both smoking a cigarette.
But I love him.
But Daddy, I love him.
Daddy, I'm gonna follow the.
I'm going to marry that man.
Yeah.
And they made it.
R.I.P.
They made
Wayne
it.
Static.
They made it to the show just in time.
Yeah. It's alarming.
Dude, I love this whole record. It's great. It's Wisconsin Death Trip.
Yes. Iconic.
If this maybe were like a Friday or Saturday show, I would have considered going.
Well, yeah. I used to go to Guar shows all the time. Wear white, come out looking camouflage.
Gore did headline this show?
No, I think Static X did.
Are you sure?
For sure.
But Gore played?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're kidding me. I mean, how do you play after Gore?
Yeah, I think,
Dude,
yeah, Static X
this is
headlined.
when you could do a record of this. You know what I mean? The White Zombie Light and just rip. Because remember Power Man 5000 and all these bands? I bought every one of them records.
That was all
man.
considered like disco metal, like metal you could dance to.
Yes,
almost.
it's 4 on the floor with the hi-hats.
And Wayne Static, R.I.P., who passed away from a drug overdose. Chicago guy, was in bands around the Chicago area for a long time. In fact, in the same circle as Billy Corgan from
that's
the
cool.
Pumpkins. So there's a connection. Went out to Los Angeles to, get signed, and
Great hair.
a couple years later, wound up finding success with Static X.
Dope was also on this show. They opened up for Guar.
Oh my gosh, I remember seeing them at Pops back in the day.
I
That's
loved
crazy.
Dope. Debonair, that song.
I may have seen
Kicked
them
ass.
with Power Man 5000 or 7 Dust or somebody, who knows.
Wow.
Oh, by the way, from the texter 314, I'm lucky enough to have severe GERD,
Oh,
and the flap in the esophagus that blocks the stomach acid had been eroding away,
Holy crap.
yeah, there's that.
allowing it to so the stomach acid comes up into your esophagus, and it's been bad. It's very painful.
There's also a sphincter in your esophagus, which I had no idea.
Oh, weird.
So maybe that's
a lot
the
of
flap or the
How Wayne's World
opening.
with you. I went to, before I went over to Schlafly on Saturday, I went to the, what do you call that thing? The punk rock flea market?
Yeah, the flea market down in Tower Grove.
Yeah, just to see Clownvis. He texted me. He was like, yo, there actually is some pretty rad stuff down here, some vests and shirts and whatever. So me and Mallory went by, and they had bands like in 2 or 3 different places actually playing. And I could definitely see one of them bands being called Severe GERD. Severe GERD. We're Severe GERD!
Yeah. Well,
Have you heard Severe
heard?
GERD?
well, they did not open, and I'm sure there was a band somewhere out there called GERD or severe GERD.
I hope so.
Straight up GERD was taken, so we got to add severe to the beginning of it. So we got severe GERD.
I'm sorry, to the texture, I am sorry to hear about your esophagus flap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it sucks.
That does suck.
That sucks. Anybody talk to Rafe last night as far as the colon blow
The
goes?
commencement?
Well, I texted him at 5 o'clock. I said, let the colon cleanse commence.
Yeah.
And I hadn't heard back, so.
I did not hear. And I was
he's got his procedure scheduled for like 5 o'clock today.
Which is brutal.
Normally you do
5
that stuff
p.m.?
in the morning.
right. And also, he was not eating yesterday. And I was like, dude, you're not going to be able to eat like starting at a certain time. And it definitely wasn't like yesterday during the show. He could have been like eating food. And so I don't even know if he's going to have anything to release.
You'd be surprised how much stuff is up in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I lost 8 pounds. 8 pounds.
Oh, yeah. Did you tell him to weigh
I
himself?
told him to weigh himself.
Okay, good. I'm glad
He's not
somebody
going to care
reminded.
either. By the time he hits that nap was the coolest.
Oh, yeah, but that's in the whole process. That's, 5% of the process.
I know, but it's the 100% of the pleasure. 'Cause
It's 100% of the pleasure.
it feels so good.
I know.
'Cause
I
it's
love
the
going
time
under
warp.
under anesthesia,
Really?
But
dude.
I don't know why he did not. He needs somebody in his life to be like, hey, man, you got to, like, when to schedule this stuff.
Yeah,
Like 5 o'clock. He's probably last.
I know.
He's probably the
thing's been
last
used all
colonoscopy of the
day
day.
long.
Yeah.
Well, and then he was
Really
going to
wipes
Start
Uber.
cleaning those things off.
He was
Yeah.
going to Uber there and back home. And I was like,
That's crazy. Sam.
hell bent. I was like, you cannot be doing. I'm like, call someone.
They
Call one
won't
of
allow
us.
it. His buddy Josh, Video Josh, is going to pick him
Okay.
up.
Because
But
he was on
won't.
tour.
They won't allow you to begin the procedure until they know somebody's there to take you home.
Right. Because you won't even know how to get home.
You're not allowed to drive.
He told me, he goes, I'm going to just write my address on my arm. I go, you are the most ridiculous man I've ever met in my life.
Tina's out of town,
Okay.
so she's no help. I don't know how much of a help she would have been anyway. It's fine.
Tina.
She may
Love
have
you,
been
Tina.
late.
But yeah, they won't allow you to do it until they know you have a ride home. Like when I got mine done, 2 months ago, they were like, "Hey, is your ride here? Mm-hmm. Where? Point her out.
Yeah.
Have her wave. Let me talk to her. Okay.
Is she single?
Let's go.
Cool.
Is she single? No, they didn't ask that.
But what do you know? You was sleeping.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter who. Doesn't matter who, as long as you got a ride home. So
You never had that, huh, Scott?
No.
I don't know what it is in particular because I've been put under a whole bunch for different things, and each one is kind of similar, but there's something different about how it feels. That particular one, whatever they use, it's got to be the Michael Jackson stuff because
yeah, put you out.
I mean, but it's like it's not even an out where you go into some weird beyond and you kind of maybe dream or something. Like this is just.
It's just enough.
The lights went out, huh?
It's a time travel.
It's just enough.
Okay.
It's not like they would put you out for like a heart surgery. I think it's like
yeah, whatever it is.
Twilight?
It's dialed up, but not you don't go full bore.
Yeah.
It's designed to blow the fuse. Like your brain just goes boop and trips.
Yeah.
And
The rave music makes sense now?
and then they click you back on.
No,
and you're
it's
like,
just-
whoa, what?
It's the euphoric feeling right before you're out, where everybody's cool, everything's chill, not a worry in the world, and then you're up.
Oh,
You
yeah.
go, damn it.
Yeah, but you do feel like, oh, I actually rested. That was the first good sleep I've had in 16 years.
He's gonna have a camera on him
When he
when
comes
he
out.
wakes up.
Oh, good.
Like when I had, I remember I played mine when I
That was so good.
I gave you the audio of me waking up.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait to
But
see
Rafe's gonna roll tape. So, I want to read you a story, and you tell me if this is an overreaction. I don't know. I know what the right thing to say is, but man, I enjoy the spirit of this.
it. Okay.
I know you're all going to say, yes, this woman was in the wrong. All of you are going to say it because you have to say it. But in the back of your mind, you're going to go, I get it. So let's go to Orlando, Florida. Home of the happiest place on earth, Disney World. So a woman was arrested at the airport after hitting a kid on the plane who called her fat.
Where did she hit the kid?
Well,
Not that it matters, but I want to know.
see, there you go. You're already on the kid's side.
No, I'm trying to figure out like my morals right now. Like what's, smack a kid on the back of the head.
So this happened on an Allegiant flight, if that makes a difference. Allegiant flight 2885, which was traveling from Orlando to Sanford. I'm sorry, from Orlando to Hagerstown, Maryland. So this kid was with a family who was returning home from a Disney World vacation. So witnesses tell police that the kid insulted this woman. Her name is Chrissy Crampton.
Chrissy Crampton.
Chrissy Crampton.
Hey, I'm
That
Chrissy
is a
Crampton.
great name.
And the kid called her fat and Miss Piggy. And said she couldn't fit in her airplane seat. I guess they were sitting next to each other.
Oh.
Oh, so she
How
was
old-
hogging up the row?
I don't know how the kid was. I don't know how old the kid was.
All right. Because usually when they're this honest, they're little.
Yeah.
They're like 4.
But if this is like a
but
teenage kid.
a 4-year-old kid's not going to call a woman Miss Piggy. He don't know who Miss
He
Piggy
just
is.
Yeah.
What are you talking? He just came from Disney World.
Yeah.
What are you out of your mind?
My-
He just
Is Miss
saw
Piggy
Miss
down there?
Piggy.
I have a 5-year-old in my life who tells all of us how big our butts are. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, this
kindergarten
sounds
is
like a 5-year-old that just came from Disney World, who just went to the Muppet Theater thing and saw
Well,
that whole
yeah.
show.
Okay, so you got the kid calling Chrissy Crampton fat
Yeah.
and Miss Piggy. The kid also used his arm to push her arm off the armrest.
He's a little turd.
Well, was
So
he
this
in
is
the,
a
was he
little
in the middle
this
seat?
is a little jerk. Okay, no, he's at the window seat, and I'll tell you why I know that.
Oh, yes.
So Chrissy Crampton hit the kid in with a closed fist.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my goodness.
Well, hear it out. Hear it out.
Okay.
Hit him on the head with a water bottle, and then slammed his head into the window.
Okay. This is WrestleMania in row 5.
I mean, I think they belong together.
Yeah. Why was the kid in the window seat, and why was this rando in the middle? Like, where's the parent?
I don't know.
Did he go to Disney on his own?
No, the family was there. So Chrissy told the cops that the kid had been rude, had been disrespectful.
Yeah.
And then after he insulted her, she took away his phone. She claimed the kid pushed her arm off the armrest twice, which led to her, quote, smacking him.
Okay.
I do love the taking his head and slamming it up against the window.
What is wrong with you?
Dude, you're the worst.
No.
I'm not the worst.
Don't
This
you
chick
dare touch my
sucks.
kid.
This chick sucks.
Chris, you're
this
on
is-
Chrissy
No.
Crampton's side?
No.
What a bitch.
Now, I
This
know.
sounds like a
Listen, I
comedy.
know we're all supposed to say that the adult's in the wrong here.
I mean, we've all been annoyed by kids. I would never lay my hand. I would never touch a kid.
But you want to.
I want to scream at him. I mean, I
You
think
want
yelling
to.
is
Let's
good
be
enough.
honest, guys.
No.
Come on.
What? This stuff is hysterical. Even if you're the butt of the joke, it's a kid. This kids say the darndest things. It's the whole thing. You crybaby.
You're stealing his private
I mean, this is-
property, his little phone.
Stealing it. You're taking it away. You're in next to him. You're in
Where-
the seat next to him.
Where is the mother and the father of this child?
I don't know. I don't know where the parents are.
Okay.
This flight's all of 2 hours.
I mean, come on.
You big.
I'm
crybaby.
disappointed.
And who did the kid have to talk to the cops and be like, this woman stole my phone, punched me in the face, slammed my head up against the window? I mean, this is very dramatic.
And maybe he needed it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
He obviously is a turd, but don't
And you know
touch
what?
other
Sometimes
kids.
kids need to get, a little sense knocked into them.
What is this? 78?
I would tell the kid, go outside and pull your own switch off the tree.
Oh my!
Go. Go.
What happened to just giving the kid a little thimble of like whiskey and they'll calm down and go to sleep and your life is awesome? You know?
To me, this doesn't seem like a 4-year-old.
No, this seems like 11 or 12.
All right. Well, yeah.
Right.
Okay.
That's what I'm
Does that make a difference, Lern?
It does.
Yeah.
I mean, I still don't want you touching other people's kids, but you know, I feel bad if he was a 5-year-old and he's getting this roundhoused on a Southwest flight.
But I'm just trying to picture what a Kathy Bates
It's an
character would
it's
do.
an Allegiant.
Excuse
Does it
me.
make a difference if this was Spirit? We all know that's acceptable, right?
Right. This is part of their.
We all
5
know
rules.
it's part of the cheap ticket. Expect to get into a fight.
Yeah, you can beat your kids on a Spirit airline.
Excuse
Great.
me, sir. This is Allegiant Airlines, not Spirit.
I don't.
we're
I don't know.
nicer?
Yeah. I don't know where you think you are.
Yeah. What do you think this is? Spirit
Yeah,
Airlines?
what do you think this is? Spirit?
Does that plane look yellow to you?
I know we all have to say. We have to say it.
I'm not getting on this boat with you. I can't do it.
And also, was the kid telling the truth? Do you know that part?
I don't know.
Okay.
Well, is there bruising? I have so many questions. Like, first of all, how old is the child? Where are the parents? Why does this kid have a phone? You know,
How about this? The kid's family declined to give statements to police.
maybe he's like the boy.
Oh, he needed it.
Maybe the kid really does suck.
He's like the kid in the Twilight Zone movie that the parents are all afraid of because he control things with his
Yeah.
mind.
He's the problem child.
Damien.
The little redheaded kid.
Yeah.
And the parents don't even want to sit next to him. They put him up in the front of the plane all by himself.
Right. The kid's okay. Oh, thank you, Scott.
You're welcome.
Let's put this puzzle together.
Okay.
The kid is not sitting with his family.
Right.
He's a
Ostracized.
social-
Red flag
bird.
1. So and Allegiant Airlines, that's assigned seats.
Yeah, I believe everybody is now.
Yeah.
Southwest is like
Southwest next year.
Okay, well, either way, last holdout.
Okay, so Allegiant, assigned seat. Family, knowingly not sitting with the kid. He's sitting next to a stranger, Chrissy Crampton.
Chrissy Crampton.
The best name.
Red flag number 1. Red flag number 2, family declines to give statement to police. They're probably thinking, oh, thank God somebody did it. Because maybe this kid will think twice about calling somebody names. Just saying. Just saying.
This is
You know what?
interesting one.
I want to retract calling her the B word. I don't want her to put my face up against a window. You know, sorry, Chrissy Crampton.
I stand by it.
We've all dreamed of shoving somebody's face into a window. Usually every day for me. This is not a daily occurrence? No? Okay.
Peace, brother.
All right.
Peace.
Not
right.
daily, every other day.
It's been a long week. Boone?
No, it's been a short
You're
week, in
right.
fact.
Also, correct.
We're on day 3 of the
Correct.
good days.
It's only Thursday of a short week. Okay, fine.
Well,
I tell you what,
Well, did she getting
Chrissy, she's going to jail.
Okay, I was gonna say, what's up with Chrissy Crampton?
Chrissy's just pissy because she's
Chrissy's
leaving
pissy.
the happiest place on earth. She's all bummed that
We
she
don't know
leave.
she went to Disney World.
Crampton sounds like a Disney villain. You know,
Yeah.
Mr. Crampton,
Yeah, yeah.
Mrs. Crampton,
Ms. Crampton.
Ms.
sounds like
Crampton
a-
with a Z.
The kid
Well,
beater.
drug dealer.
She's been charged with felony child abuse.
I'd say.
FBI's involved now.
Yeah,
because I think it was on a plane.
Gosh, I wish we could see what her defense is. Judge, meet this 6-year-old, little Timmy Thompson. He was calling me names.
Fat
he
Miss
was-
Pinky. Maybe she had it. That's it.
He moved
Maybe she
my
got it.
arm
Maybe
off the
she.
armrest.
Maybe she said to herself, "The next person that calls me Miss Piggy, they're gonna get it.
Hurt
The
people,
next
hurt
one.
people,
I don't
dude.
care who it is."
Yeah, and
I
then
mean, how often does that happen?
I don't
that kid said
Do we
it,
have
and
a
she went,
photo?
"Well,
We
deal's a
don't.
deal."
Oh man, I'm sure we can find one. It is the
Look
internet.
up Crampton.
How do you spell Chrissy with a CH?
K with a K.
All right, Chrissy Crampton.
I found her.
Oh, you did?
Oh yeah, cool mugshot
And?
too.
Oh, she doesn't look like Miss Piggy.
No. Who does she look
No,
like?
she has like a human nose.
She looks
She's crying.
Yeah,
Who does
she's
she
very
look like?
upset.
She's
She's
Oh, her
crying.
ears
lost
though
it.
are just like.
Okay, in
she
the
has-
article that Moon pulled up, there's a side by side of her and Miss Piggy. She don't look like Miss Piggy.
No, she doesn't.
That's vicious.
That is vicious.
It's not
that
Chrissy,
is
it's Christy.
Christy
Oh.
Crampton.
Christy with the K.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna keep calling her Chrissy though, because that sounds better.
I'm gonna
It
make
does.
up a
It does sound-
I don't like Christy Crampton. I like Chrissy Crampton.
SpongeBob character named Krusty Crampton.
Did you see she met one of the Muppets there? Go down. She's in a photo with them. Oh no, that's
no, that's
sorry.
Piggy.
Sorry, I thought
Stop
that was
it.
her.
She's 46, and she probably know better.
She's
and
had enough. She's
they don't
probably
say how
going
old the
through
kid was.
perimenopause.
Okay.
No.
You know, this is a perimenopause in live action experience.
Maryland woman hits boy after fat. And what's the headline?
Oh, this one is this headline is Maryland woman hits boy after fat and Miss Piggy insults on flight from Disney World. Say police. Passenger arrested for smacking boy who called her fat.
You won't she won't actually get jail time, right?
She hit a kid. I think it's a felony.
Doc. That's a felony.
That's a
Mike.
felony, son.
He started it.
She described the boy as rude. Oh, okay. 46-year-old
And
gal.
she's that's
She's my hero. What? Okay. Speaking of the kids, I was reading this piece in the New York Post. It's all about Gen Z, you know, the TikTok generation, and how they're apparently flocking to adulting 101 classes.
Okay.
I don't mean to be this guy, but
We're talking basic life skills here.
well, then let's call it life skills. Let's not call it adulting. I don't know.
That's what they're
I don't
calling
know-
it.
I don't know why, but
Adult-
I'm trying to be cool with this.
When I hear adulting, it sounds insulting, honestly.
it's just I feel like it's so 2014, and it's a term that really isn't.
I don't like it.
I don't think it's helping anybody.
Oh, look at you, adulting.
Yeah,
Want to put in
Okay,
gas in
man.
my car.
I don't feel
What?
like adulting today. I've said it.
right.
Well, so this article kicks off by saying, that Gen Z could code TikToks in their sleep, but they can't cook rice without a YouTube tutorial.
That's
Yeah.
true.
And whose fault is that? It's not the kids.
Well, and I'm going to get into that. My mom never taught me how to make rice. I just, followed directions and did it.
Yeah. It's the same thing.
You kind of just do it. My parents didn't teach me my parents were great parents. They didn't teach me every life skill. I just did it. You just figure it out.
Okay. So what are you saying?
I'd have to take a class for it.
What are the top big 5 things that parents should teach
Number
us?
one is money. I think, honestly,
And they
100%.
don't.
Number one is money.
Well, most parents don't know.
Finances was not something that I was ever prepped on
No.
until I started having new mentors in my life.
okay, so
Till TikTok.
So there are these classes that are being given to learn things how to do like laundry, budget for rent, or even just navigate a grocery store without having to Google what is a turnip. Mm-hmm. So there's this one freshman from Toronto Metropolitan University who straight up admitted on in this article here, I don't know how to change a tire. I don't have a car at all. I don't know how to sew. I don't know how to do a lot of things. And, I do think it's important that kids are taught financial literacy. A lot of stuff does involve money. So because of this, colleges like the University of Waterloo in Canada are actually stepping in. They've got, online toolkits called Adulting 101 that cover everything from healthy relationships to how to not set your kitchen on fire.
Life skills.
Yeah.
It's just life skills.
Which, when what home ec was and all that?
It was.
Yeah, I mean, kinda.
Kinda.
It was the public school version.
Home ec was a waste.
Home ec
Come on.
was.
Oh, it's so much fun.
Here's basic sewing. Here's basic shop class.
Here's baking.
Yeah, but I mean, that's nice stuff
right.
to know.
Oh,
Man,
I agree.
Baking week was the best.
I think it was great. Yeah, I think it was.
And they don't offer it anymore, right?
No, they do.
They do. They
It's
call it facts.
Yeah, it's called facts.
They don't call it home ec anymore. It's called facts.
All right, so what else? So money,
Boring.
what, like basic cooking, right?
I guess
Like
this is...
parents, what you should, because I mean, if we're going to blame the parents for like not teaching their kids basic things, like what are the 5 basic things? Like money, making your own food, laundry, tires, or some automotive checking. Like my dad taught me how to check my oil and change a tire.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, I
think it's the framing of it.
It's money and morals, I think.
Yeah, but I think it's the framing of it. Like, if I was to rework the education system as far as this kind of stuff goes, the transition maybe between high school and college or whatever, nobody wants to take an economics class. Like, I remember hating economics because I was like, I don't care about this.
Mm-hmm.
But if you framed it in a way where it actually matters to me, like how the world works, I would bet a small percentage of people would probably then go, oh, yeah, I would like to know how the world works. Like, how does running a household work?
Well, the article brings in a psychology professor who wrote a book called Generations, and she says that today's 20-somethings are hitting adulthood with, quote, empty toolboxes. And her theory is that kids are growing up less independent. They're less likely to learn how to do adult things as high school students. And then they get to college, and they still don't know.
Is this because parents these days, and I'm not knocking you, it's what I read and hear, like helicopter parenting.
And that's exactly what she says.
Yeah.
Helicopter parenting and parents doing everything for their children, you're actually not setting them up for success when you do that.
She points to helicopter parenting and this trend of extended adolescence, with more young adults living at home longer, meaning that they're financially dependent on their parents for longer.
Yeah.
I think that's a factor, but it's much more difficult for young people to live on their own now. So that's not just the parents' fault; that's the
it's hand in
planet's
hand.
fault.
Yeah.
And another huge thing that goes into this is we are not understanding the repercussions as a parent having to have both parents in the workplace more so than ever to continue the household in the same economic sense.
Yeah.
So to stay in the middle class, even 40 years ago, you only had to have X amount of money coming in, which usually one person in a part-time job could handle. Now you have to have 2 people working or working
Full-time.
overtime and all this kind of stuff. And our money is going less far. And for the first time in 100-something years, 30-year-olds are doing worse than their parents did at the same age.
I like
So-
the whole just get out there and figure it out.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like,
Baptized by fire?
people are literally parents are in the home fewer hours a day.
Yeah.
To give these life skills to the kids.
But also,
My
do you
parents
think
worked.
it's an issue? Because I've heard the term a lot. Like if we talk about somebody who's 26, everyone's like, that's a kid. They still call, like, don't you think at a certain point when you start saying once you're 18, you're actually an adult and start treating them like an adult? And then that way, too, that
No.
kind of helps. Because otherwise you keep calling them a kid, they're going to like, well,
Well,
I don't have
26,
to
they
grow
can
up.
get off the parents' insurance.
my parents both
after
worked.
that.
Yeah, okay. I'm saying I'm talking in
general?
a large sense here, and the data's all there. And no offense, Scott, but when's the last time you hung out with an 18-year-old?
No, I'm
'Cause
saying
they're
we
kids,
we
bro.
keep saying they're kids, so they're going to behave like it. So, yeah.
Well, also,
I'm just saying
but
that we
they
start
are
calling them
kids.
something different.
like my perspective, so my mom was 26 when she had me and 40 when she had my sister. So like we had 2 different moms, even though she was the same, her maturity level and whatnot. I am more independent with like booking my own flights, booking my own appointments for things, knowing how to do all that. Whereas my sister you know, if she's got, we give her such a hard time because, you know, she's 27 years old. And if we have to force her to like make an appointment to go see her doctor because she just doesn't want that interaction. And it's like a weird personality thing that and my mom will readily admit that she did parent us differently.
Right, because you were more independent.
Yes.
And left to your own devices and had to figure stuff out as
Yes.
opposed to your sister who, you know, your mom doted over more.
And she was the baby, and I get that, but it's an
she's
interesting argument for
It's
sure.
funny she doesn't want to talk with him because she's a lawyer and she knows
I know, she's
the
a
workaround
fierce
and everything.
Well, a New
woman.
York City 10th grader actually wrote an opinion piece in the New York Post saying New York City high schools are failing their students, not academically, but practically. And he mentioned that until the 1960s, students learned to cook, clean, and sew in school. Remember home ec? He argues that today's students are launched into adulthood with no idea how to fold a fitted sheet or roast a chicken.
Oh man, folding a fitted sheet.
I still don't know.
I don't know that either. And you know what? Screw those things, dude. I just roll it up in a ball and throw it in the
it's
linen
the-
closet, which is fine.
My folds are, I do my best and it's
Right.
so bad that you try to
It's just
scrimp.
awful.
Like, whatever.
That's not important though. Like the important things should be taught. And
Hey,
but
washing
luckily, these kids are like on TikTok and watching tutorial videos and like all of those YouTube dad videos.
Good thing there is, you know, if I need to do something and I don't know how to do it, you go to YouTube.
And it's there.
And here's the big question. You know, are we seeing a generation that genuinely missed out on learning these basic life skills, or is it just a new way of adapting that we don't understand?
That's probably a little
Maybe-
bit of
it's
that.
maybe it's a little
yeah,
bit
it's
of
a
both.
mix of both, I would imagine.
Maybe it's a little bit of both. But Adulting 101, that's a thing that is now being offered at universities.
I wish,
just-
wish they branded it differently.
It's home ec.
Yeah.
They're just trying to make it have a cooler name.
Does anybody
Yeah.
does anybody remember the Book It program at Pizza Hut?
Oh yeah, we got books.
Oh my gosh, yeah, you had the button and the little stars.
Oh, and a little logo.
Is it you had to read so many books to get like free pizza?
Yeah, if you read X amount of books over the summer or something
Right.
like that, and you got a free pizza in the fall.
You got to sit on stage or whatever at school, right? Is
I
that
don't
the
remember,
one?
but it was like a button with a rainbow or something, and you put stars on the button, right?
I don't think I ever
remembering
had
right?
this, but I've heard of the program. So here's a
remember
summer
the logo.
activity with a side of nostalgia. So the Book It program at Pizza Hut, there's an app for it now. So Pizza Hut announced Book It is going digital for the first time in its 40-year history. Because kids don't care about anything now unless there's a phone involved.
Yeah, so here's the little button.
Yeah.
And it had a rainbow here and says book it with the book, and then has like 5 stars. And if you complete the 5 books, you got rewards.
So this is to track their reading, not to actually read books on the app. But the press release says reading skills tend to dip this time of year because kids just don't read as much during the summer. And by the time they're in middle school, they've supposedly lost 2 years worth of book learning to what's called the summer slide.
Dude, I had a kid in year round, and it was amazing. It was so much better for the kids. And of course, parents and teachers don't want this crap, so they all voted it out. But
And I'm gonna ask you about that in a second here. So Book It essentially works the same way it did when Pizza Hut launched it in the mid 1980s. Read books, get free pizza. And you could find a link to the app at bookitprogram.com and use it to set monthly reading goals, track the kids' progress, redeem awards. You could earn 1 personal pan pizza per month in June, July, and August. Not everybody loves the Book It idea, Moon.
what's that?
Not everybody thinks the Book It idea is great. Some experts think reading itself should be incentive. Get the hell out of here.
Get the out of here, man.
Aw, man. Studies have shown that with the Book It program, it can lead to an attitude like, why read a book if it doesn't come with pepperoni?
Oh, gosh. Yes, that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. People are so separated. They don't understand. The young people they're not just younger adults. Like, they're different. It's different people. They're looking at the world completely differently. They're
Yeah, if you have
developed
to
in
bribe a kid to read a book, who cares? Just read a book.
Yeah, when we were little, it's the same thing. If you got, like my parents, if I had straight A's, it was something like $20 or whatever.
Well,
I don't
you
know.
should want to get straight A's on your own.
I know, and I apologize.
now look at
and
you,
guess what? They never had to
moron.
really pay me, so they won.
As if positive reinforcement in these incentive programs isn't something that you still do to adults in every company and every part of the economy. You know what I mean? Like,
Hey, if I buy
we're still doing this.
if I buy 5 footlongs from Subway, I get a 6th one for free. Well, you should want that 6th one anyway. So
That's so dumb.
why have any kind of incentives? Why have any incentives? Period.
I like that person saying that statement while they have, their Schnucks rewards. They have all their stuff on their phone, like boop, 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 getting their
what I'm
rewards.
saying.
Like, well, you should shop without wanting that.
When was the last time you had Pizza Hut?
Oh man, it's
Oh,
been
I used
so
to
long.
love pan pizza. It's been a long time.
The red
it was-
cups.
It's been so long that every once in a while I have to remind myself it still exists. I thought it went out of business.
Oh yeah.
Pizza Hut?
Yeah.
They're hard to find.
Where are they?
There's one on
But there's
Manchester.
one not far from you. I know that. Like, there's a a Papa John's, and I think
I don't know.
Or maybe Domino's.
Even if,
There's no way.
sometimes at the airport, they have like the personal pan pizzas. And you open up that cardboard box and it just, that smell.
Yeah.
There's a smell that just launches you back.
Olive
just-
Boulevard, right down the street from us.
A standalone?
Believe so.
Has it got a dining room? Because those old dining rooms were so
It's in a
awesome.
mall. It's in like a
Oh.
Okay.
Is it a Yum Brands?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's in a mall? What mall?
not a mall, like a shopping mall,
strip
like
mall?
a little strip mall. Yeah.
Oh, so it's not a standalone.
No. But it's on its
Wow.
own. It's just in between
Yeah.
like a couple of different.
No, but you know what
Really
I'm talking
misses
about.
Yeah, with the
Yeah.
cool roof.
Really
Yeah,
That
misses
looks
hat.
like a hut.
Yeah.
That's a big aspect to the character was the hut.
The hut aspect of the Pizza Hut.
We missed
Which-
the hut aspect.
Which is now a Chinese restaurant.
Oh,
Yeah, I wasn't here
In
for the
every
pizza.
town.
I was here
or
for
a
the
bank.
hut.
Or a bank.
or
Yeah.
High Point isn't Little High? Wasn't that a former Pizza Hut place?
No,
it
that, I
looks
think
like
that
it
was a
would have
Chinese
been.
food place.
Oh.
Which was
Same hut,
probably a.
top.
Yeah, the old Pizza Huts are now, Fifth Thirds banks.
Is that the worst name for a bank ever?
I don't even think
What does
they're
it
around
even
anymore.
mean?
I don't even know if they're around
I
anymore.
remember seeing that and going, what?
What the hell kind of bank name
I
is
don't
that?
like-
I don't even want to say that.
Next.
Yeah.
Skip it.
That's a mouthful. I don't want to
I don't
do
like
that.
fractions
I don't
that
like
are
weird
smaller
looking-
on the bottom and bigger on the top.
I don't like weird looking fractions.
No offense.
Yeah, none taken.
No offense. Come advertise. Thanks.
They're still in business.
I think somebody bought them up.
Oh, yeah? Well,
Did they buy all 5/3 or?
All right, Pizza Hut, standalone in Arnold, Pizza Hut in Eureka, Belleville still has the buffet.
oh yeah, the buffet.
Oh,
Yeah, the buffet was
little
fun.
cubed ham. Little miniature
That's
cubed
right.
ham.
And that used to be, what was it?
Mount Vernon, Illinois, still a hut.
They were the biggest buyer of kale at one point or something.
Yeah.
Well, just for
as
the
the,
garnish, like for
the
to,
the garnish
Yeah.
It was like the table.
no, they would put the bowls from the salad bar
in the
On-
ice
yeah,
and
on
the
the
top
kale.
of the kale.
Right.
because it was aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah, and then that weirded me out because then the whole kale craze happened, and I was like, these people are eating buffet
Decorations.
decorations for good health, and then
I remember someone when I was a kid told me that if you eat those, it's like the reason they put those there too is it helps like digestion after you eat pizza or something. So I believed it forever.
No, that was parsley. Somebody
Was that
said
it
about
was?
Parsley. In
No,
other
for the kale.
food news, speaking of Pizza Hut, get ready for more, late night munchies. McDonald's, they're making significant changes to their operating hours, with a vast majority of the locations set to stay open until midnight or even later starting
There
this
we
summer.
go. This is
Wow.
good.
So if you've ever found yourself craving a Big Mac or maybe some McNuggets after dark, your options are about to expand. Now, while most signature menu items are expected to be available during these extended late night hours, a company spokesperson did note that individual franchisees will ultimately make the final call on their specific late night menus. I remember when I was in the service, the McDonald's.
Thank you, by the way.
Yeah, we were at a 24-hour McDonald's.
Yeah, we had a 24 hours next to us as well.
I mean, they were basically in the 90s, late 90s, they were all almost, it seemed like everyone was 24 hours.
And now after 10 o'clock at night, you can't find anything to eat.
I know.
Except
Which
for
is
White
kind of
Castle.
a
God bless
blessing
them.
because, when you're out and you're coming back from Helen's and all you want is just a filet-o-fish, and when it's not open, you're like, oh, okay, you save yourself those calories
Yeah.
and those mistakes that you make at only midnight. So now I
Yeah,
will
but
have
it's
no
all
excuse.
about making bad decisions. Come on. I've made bad decisions all night. Why stop at 11:30?
I do need these fries. Yes, supersize me.
But I've been coming home from late night gigs and like, man, I got to stop to get something to eat, and there's nothing open. Nothing.
Man.
So the change won't apply to McDonald's outlets in like non-traditional locations like airports and malls. And to celebrate the move, I guess they got the McCrispy strips out now. They're getting into the chicken finger game.
Who isn't?
McDonald's.
Taco Bell's getting in on the chicken finger game. It's crazy. It's like everybody's putting out chicken fingers. They're going to ruin it.
I don't need Taco Bell to have chicken fingers.
Nor do I.
All right, so it's 2025, and at fast food restaurants, artificial intelligence is almost as good as human employees at messing up your order. Has anybody gone through a drive-thru with AI yet? With an AI menu?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
So there's a new report out on AI at fast food drive-thrus, and it found that AI-powered interactions provide, yes, faster service, yes, improved efficiency, and yes, customer satisfaction, but not perfect. 22% of the time, AI voice ordering system, when you used it glitched out and needed an employee to step in and help out. There were also order inaccuracies. And 65% of those involved AI's inability to deal with a customized request. So like, hey, I want a Big Mac with no onions. AI has a problem with that.
Oh.
So it knows what's good.
So it's fine with just the basics, but when you start customizing things, AI's got a problem. We're not there yet.
Man, honestly, I got so sick of getting let down, with any requests. And it's not that I was a crazy requester. It would be like a no onions, no pickle or something like that. I just got so sick of it that I went, you know what? I'm just going to figure out how to mentally play this game where I accept anything. And it's been the greatest blessing I've ever done for myself. I just say, yeah, okay. However it comes, however you want to make it, I'll eat it.
I do like the kiosks. I do like ordering at a kiosk.
Mm-hmm. Because you don't have to talk to anybody?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you.
I love it.
I don't even like that about myself, but I do agree with you.
I like if I want to customize it, I know exactly what's going into the system.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like at Breadco, you could order like at the little kiosk instead of talking to somebody.
Yeah.
You think that reduces the screw-ups? Because it's the communication thing that usually is the
But I love
right?
It's usually when talking to a human, something screwed up.
Yeah, I like the speed of that because you'll see a line. If there's no one at the front counter, I'll just go up to them and order. But if there's ever a line at Panera, you just walk up, you do this, and you jump ahead of them. And
Well, talking to people.
Oh, because you feel like you can button tap faster?
Well, people complain that the kiosk ordering lacks friendliness.
Yep.
People complain there's no connection with the employees at the restaurant.
Oh, my goodness.
Nobody greets them. Nobody acknowledges them. Nobody thanks them.
Your expectations need to be.
I'm there to eat.
Right.
I'm not there to
Just
make
give me the
friends.
food.
Just give me the food as quick as you can. Throw it in the bag. I'm going to eat in my car.
Although I will
Okay?
say, the one thing about that is you do miss out on, like, if you're single, meeting somebody. Like, sometimes you meet somebody anywhere, right? And, like, a lot of people, because we have so many machines doing everything, you don't get to have the little meet cutes or the little interactions that could possibly
I'm
connect
out of
you.
that game, so that doesn't apply to me.
No, that's what I know. We're all out of that game, but I'm saying for the people who aren't, because I have a 21-year-old in my life who asked the other day, she was like, "How do you make friends as like an adult?" She's like, "I'm having a really hard time," and I was, and so I was trying to give her some advice, and
would you tell her?
I said, "You got to go and be around people. You got to go see new people and meet people. You got to go do things and join clubs and go have experiences." And
Tell her to put on a short skirt and sit at the bar?
no, she's tried that and it didn't work. She wants friends, damn it, not a date.
Okay.
No, so it's an interesting thing that people aren't having that. Yeah.
Where does, without being too specific, what kind of job does she have?
She's in the arts. She's a photographer.
that should be easy to get friends.
She takes concert photos, sports photos, all this stuff. She's great.
She's around a lot of people.
She is.
Yeah.
But she's also working in those moments.
Although in those moments, there's not a lot of downtime. There's a lot of running around.
Mm-hmm.
I get it.
And focus.
And no pun intended, because she's a photographer.
Right.
She doesn't work in an office
Right.
where, half the cubicle crew goes down to Il Balago downstairs and has happy hour.
Yes.
It seems like it'd be easy to find a click with the.
It's harder, though, for younger people. It's just it's different than when we used
We're
to.
done with the photography pun, Scott. I already made one.
I was having a serious
I don't
conversation.
know what you're talking about.
So yeah, it's an interesting thing, and I have friends in their 40s that say the same thing. That are like, making new friends is so hard. Like, just friends, not wanting to get a date, not wanting to have that sort of intimacy.
Yeah.
Just making straight up friends. How do you do it in
You're
this
right.
day and age?
All
You
right,
just got to change your perspective.
Let me ask you this question.
Church it.
If you do a fast food place, are you eating inside or in your car?
How sad am I that day?
Oh my god.
Because that's a real question. If I'm
Really?
having a sad girl Wednesday, I will eat in my car. But if I'm having a normal time Wednesday, I will.
It is
I am here
100%
for
of
the
the
taking.
time in my car.
Oh yeah. No thanks, no time. I got no time to go
I'll
outside.
sit in the parking lot. I'm not driving.
Oh, I'm driving. I'll just
Oh,
drive.
Does it
dangerous.
depend on the fast food place you're at?
No.
All.
Okay, all of them.
If
I
it's a
got places to
burrito,
be.
I
Like-
probably won't eat that in my car because I get a little nuts.
Yeah, what about Panera or something where you're kind of like, well, I could hide in the booth and eat and then throw it away and it's not going to make a mess anywhere.
Yeah, Panera I usually eat inside.
Unless I'm there with people or for a lunch meeting or something like that, like the whole reason I'm doing fast food is because I gotta go. I got things to do. So like I don't know. The principle is conflicting to me.
Well, it's fast not because you're fast. It's because it's fast.
No, because I need it to be fast. I need sustenance quickly. Gotta go. Got someplace to be. Right? I mean,
Yeah,
that's
well,
why there's
sure,
drive-thrus
sure.
on those.
I just don't want to
restaurants.
be around people.
True that. But sometimes I do want to be around people. Like I've gone to Hot Shots in Fenton and just sat there by myself and eating wings.
Well, that's fine because that's a eat inside place.
Right, but I
There's
mean,
no drive-through.
you want to be around people. You go in. I guess that's true. But you could get it to go. Like I could have taken the wings home and gotten nuts there, but I chose to do it with Hot Shots.
Well, it's best if eaten there, as far as quality goes.
So
but I've sat in the
fresh.
car and I've eaten. It's shame. There's shame. There's a lot of shame involved.
Is there?
Yeah, sure.
Oh man, I love eating in my car
Me too.
and just sitting there in the parking lot, like with the other sad people, and we all look at each other and kind of
Yeah.
give ourselves like a "What's up?"
Well, don't you get annoyed though whenever you found a perfect spot, you're kind of hidden in the back, you're like, I'll just eat here, and then a car rolls right up next
Yeah,
to you.
yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
like
oh,
that.
yeah,
And they
what are you
sit in their
God.
car the whole time. You're
What
like,
are you doing? They're
Damn
doing
it,
the same-
Dale.
I
they're
was
doing
here.
the same thing.
Yeah.
Trying to listen
They're
to my podcast.
Well, they're shamefully eating in their car. You don't pull up next to somebody.
No.
I know.
It's
It's like the stall rules.
It's like the urinal rules. Come on,
Yeah. It's
guys.
awful.
Great point.
Space. However, last time I was in a McDonald's parking lot eating by myself, having a sad day, this little old man was also eating in his car, and I just thought, oh my God, I want to go talk to him because he was all alone. I was like, why
That's
aren't you
why he's eating in the
inside?
car.
I know, but go inside and
If
eat alone
I'm-
in there.
No, if I'm in my car eating by myself and somebody, if Lern, we don't know each other.
Okay.
And you're like, this guy looks like he needs a friend.
Yeah.
I'm going to kill you.
Okay, well, that's why I'm not approaching because I assume you're going to kill me because I'm a woman and you're a man.
Man, back in the band practice days, in my soda days, we used to love going to Lion's Choice after practice and going in and having like the sit down. A, for the refills because we would just crush Dr. Pepper over and over and over. But B, like we got to know actually some of the employees. So if it was slow, they'd come hang out with us.
Oh, dang.
Hey, you want a free beef and cheddar?
There you go. That's
Yeah,
how you
man.
meet people. See
Yeah,
this?
hang out.
That's how you become
See, it's
friends.
a win.
I see you.
Stop using the kiosks if you need friends.
We were a crew, dude. It was cool.
I know you love Arby's. They got a new
Absolutely
thing
not.
going
We
on.
got the
Steak
meats.
nuggets. That's right, steak nuggets.
What?
We've heard of chicken nuggets. Now we got steak nuggets.
Let's just call this what it is, beef chunks.
you know,
It's
nuggets
Carl-
are having their moment.
It's Carl
Yeah.
Buttig.
Can I just say nuggets should only be of chicken descent? I don't like that big beef is coming in and trying to have a nugget.
Well,
Yeah, that
Arby's
is
is trying
strange.
this out, and results are mixed.
Great.
Arby's needs to try a lot of things out.
Okay.
It wouldn't be in business if it wasn't for the onion bun.
Oh, is
So-
that true?
And a little curly
What do you mean
fry.
onion bun?
That's my truth.
They got onions.
No, they're
No, they got like
onion
a bun,
roll.
like whatever their beef and cheddar thing is. Like the only
It's an
redeeming
onion roll.
quality is like
Oh,
an,
really?
it's
It's
like
great.
an onion roll.
And their curly fries.
Yeah, okay.
Their
And
curly fries do
and those are good, but there's some weird plasticky aftertaste that after like the 40th fry, you're like, why
they
am I
do
doing this?
consistently rank as the top fry out there.
Again, if you are trying just a few at a time, it's a
I
good
know.
fry, but it doesn't have longevity. You got to have a fry that I could
I know I know
endless
you
fries.
love Lion's Choice.
It's
and I
not
know
about
your
my
hate-
love for Lion's Choice.
Your hate for Arby's
It's about-
is deep because of your love
It's
of
about
Lion's
You're a roast
objective-
beastest, dude.
I'm a beastist, beeftist. It's about objective reality, and I'm saying good things.
I think you're blinded a little bit by hate.
I'm saying good things. The onion
He's
bun
part
has
of the
kept it in
pride.
business.
All right, when I say steak nugget, what are you thinking?
it just looks like a turd. I don't know, dude.
I'm glad you actually said that.
Thank you.
Oh, no.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, great. What now?
Because that's how somebody described it.
Great. That's I'm on
good.
brand. Cool.
So Arby's recently started testing steak nuggets in select markets, and that piques some people's interest, especially if they're breaded like real chicken nuggets, only with steak in the middle, right?
Mm-hmm.
But no. They're like steak bites, just cubes of meat. And
Oh, they're not even breaded.
No, you get them as nuggets in a bowl or in a sandwich, and they're not cheap. A 5-piece is $5, and the 9-piece goes for $9.
This is like an Alpo dog food. Is
Well,
that
no,
a
this
thing?
is, Mommy, I can't chew this. Can you cut it for me?
Cut
so they
this up
just
for
cut
me?
the little steak for you.
Yeah, that's his
Yeah.
mommy cut my meat for me.
Wow.
You fools.
Nuggets. No thanks.
Well,
Look,
here,
it's just cheap steak chunks. It may as well be steakums.
all right, here are some reviews.
And honestly, it's probably pretty similar. If the beef and cheddar is Carl Buddig with cheddar on it, then this is steakums.
Somebody said it looks like mystery jerky. Somebody said the nuggets are like the worst burnt ends you've ever had in your life.
Oh yeah, look!
I
It comes
couldn't
in a
get past
cup
the
and it looks
smell.
like crap.
All right, well here's some of them talking.
First impressions, it smells good. Looks, it look like dirt.
If your steak can't taste good without sauce, that doesn't mid.
I don't know, the taste is weird.
Is that a burnt pine cone? If you look in the toilet and see this, you need to drink more water. I wouldn't say
There you go, Lern.
Yeah, dude, that looks like black stool.
Yeah, keep it coming. Keep it coming. I'll be over here when y'all are ready.
I'll be here at Lion's Choice
I'm
in the
just-
parking lot.
It's not even about my Lion's Choice love. Okay, it's just about
The
the
meat.
truth, getting the truth out there.
The truth.
Yeah, man. Just confront it. All right, just hit it head on. I know we've all had good experiences. The cheddar is good. I get it.
Well, I can't imagine this going any further.
Fries
I
are
will
good
say-
here and there. That onion bun.
The best thing Arby's has going for it is its name. You know, it's the roast beef Arby's, and I love that. I've always appreciated them being creative with
Oh,
it.
Arby's, yes, Arby's. The letter RB,
Yeah.
roast beef.
Yeah. We have the meats,
Which is neat.
which is also one of the
Arby
best
roast
taglines
beef.
of all time.
All right, before
They have,
we
like,
move
bubble
on,
gum.
Takes
Meat.
good marketing.
you guys want to play a little game?
Yes.
Yeah?
Let's go around and learn to keep score.
Okay.
This is for
Are you playing as well?
no,
Okay.
Oh.
no. This is for $5.
Oh, my gosh.
Really?
That's right.
We should just
$5 on the line. guys.
want to win for winning,
You
not
giving out
for
money?
reward.
Yeah, 5 steak nuggets.
Yay!
This is for 5 steak nuggets at Arby's. This is which came first. The which came first game.
All right.
I'll give you 2 names. You tell me which came first. Simple as that. Which came first, Moon? The Hunger Games, the film, or the movie Avatar?
I want to say Avatar was. Let's see. That's Arnold's buddy Jim Cameron. 2007.
So which came first, Hunger Games movie or Avatar?
Show me Hunger Games. Yeah.
Avatar 09, Hunger Games 2012.
Nice.
Wow. that-
Learn.
Yes.
KFC or Subway, what came first?
KFC.
Yes. 1952 KFC, Subway 1965. Scott, what came first, The Matrix or Titanic?
Oh, boy, oh, boy.
Talking movies.
I could give you both years.
Yeah.
Another
came first?
Jim Cameron vehicle.
Okay, I'm going to go
Matrix.
Titanic.
Show
Yes.
me, Titanic came
Yeah.
first. Yes.
97 and
Very good.
99, right?
Right.
Thank you. So I was trying to think of high school when everyone had the double VCR thing or VHS.
Moon, what came first? Stranger Things or the movie Taken?
Oh my gosh. I don't know
will
anything about
find you.
Taken.
Taken with Liam Neeson.
Yeah, I'll say Taken.
Show me Taken, yes.
Very
Good
good.
work.
Stranger Things 2016, Taken 08.
Wow.
Learn. Yeah. What came first? Amazon Prime Video or Facebook?
Facebook.
Yes. 04 versus
Nicely done.
06.
Nice. Well, Prime's been around that long.
Scott, what came first? The opening of Disneyland or the founding of Apple?
The opening of Disneyland.
Yes. 55
55
versus 76.
Okay.
Moon, what came first, the Nintendo 64 or the debut of South Park?
64. Okay, I gotta think of the.
The Nintendo 64 or the debut of South Park?
64 was right after Super Nintendo, right? Was that the one that was right after, or was the GameCube first? Did GameCube come after 64? I'm gonna say. Well, it was the 90s for South Park, and I'll say 95 and 97. So I will say the Nintendo 64.
One was 96, one was 97. Nintendo 64 came first.
Wow.
1996.
96. Oh, I thought it
We're all
was
tied
95.
up. 2-2-2.
All right, Lern, what came first, the launch of Amazon.com or the founding of Google?
The founding of Google. So, like, Google just as an idea?
The launch of Amazon.com or the founding of Google, which came first?
I'm going to say Amazon.com.
Yes, 95
Nice.
versus 98.
Good work.
Dang.
All right, Scott, what came first, the first Twilight movie or The Dark Knight?
Oh, you better get this right.
I better get this one right. Twilight, because I'm totally Team Todd or whatever it is.
Jacob. Or
The first
Tevin.
Twilight movie or The Dark Knight?
Boy. Okay, let me think here. I'm going to say Dark Knight.
No.
Doggone it.
Both were in 08.
Oh, really?
One was in July, one was in November.
Oh, no.
Has to be Twilight, right?
I guess
well,
so.
Well, wait a minute. Big blockbuster like The Joker, though? Like summer movie?
One
Yeah,
was
but-
July, one was November. November is
Halloween.
is the holiday movies, Thanksgiving.
maybe
No,
you're
that's
right.
gotta
But
be.
you know,
Maybe you're
like-
I'm right. I got to be right.
I'm going to oh, dude, I think The
said The
Joker
Dark
came
Knight?
first.
Because I think that came out in the summer, right?
And you are correct.
Oh, my
My
good
goodness.
king.
Oh.
Gosh.
I was
All
rooting
right, I'll
against
take it.
you. $5 on the line.
What came first, Spotify or Netflix streaming?
Netflix streaming.
Yes. 07 versus 08.
Dang.
You're on a roll right now, you guys. All tied up.
All right, Lern, what came first? Beyonce's solo debut,
Oh, yes.
Dangerously in Love, or Rihanna's debut, Music of the Sun? What came first?
Ooh.
Beyonce's solo album, Dangerously in Love, or Rihanna's debut record, Music of the Sun?
I'm going to go with Rihanna. Damn it.
Beyonce 03, Rihanna 05.
What are the points?
We're all tied up 3.
Get this wrong, Scott.
All right, Scott.
Do it.
What came first, Barack Obama's presidency or the release of Breaking Bad?
Doggone it. Because Breaking Bad was in its heyday.
Obama's
gonna say-
presidency or the start of his presidency or the release of Breaking Bad?
I'm going to say Breaking Bad came first. Yes!
08
Way
versus
to go.
09.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, Moon, what came first, Taylor Swift's debut record or Justin Bieber's My World E EP?
My World EP. I'll say Justin Bieber.
Swift 06, Bieber 09.
Gosh dang.
Here we go.
Learn what came first, Toy Story or Shrek?
Toy Story.
Nice.
95 versus 01. Scott, what came first, the first Call of Duty game or the first Halo game?
Call of Duty was first. Wasn't Call of Duty on the old school systems? I'm going to say Call of Duty. Darn.
Dang.
Duty 03, Halo 01. Moon, what came first, YouTube or Twitter?
Ooh, that's a great one. YouTube or Twitter? Well, I feel like... man. I'm going to say YouTube, actually.
05 versus 06.
All tied up again at 4.
Learn what came out first, Frozen or Moana?
Ooh. Moana. Damn it.
Frozen 2013, Moana 2016.
I don't got no kids. I don't know the answer.
Scott, what came first, the first iPad or the first Kindle?
That's a real good one.
That's a doozy.
Yeah, Kindle. Because the Kindle, there was the Nook, all those. They probably came out before the iPad. But I'm still going to say This is a trick.
What came out, the first iPad or the first Kindle?
Let's go with the first Kindle.
Very good, Scott.
07 versus 2010.
Okay. Woo! Yeah, because the Nook and all
proud
those
of
were
you.
so old, and that's what Borders lost
Our
out.
last round.
Okay. King
What's
is sitting
score?
at 5. Moon and I are at 4.
You're going down, bro.
Moon, what came
Prove
out
it.
first, Google Maps or Apple Maps?
Show me. I mean, if Google didn't come out with this first, shame on them. Google Maps.
Yes.
Nice.
Good.
05 versus 2012. All right. Learn what came first. The original Barbie doll or the Easy Bake Oven?
Okay, Barbie was 59, same year as my mom.
Holy smokes.
Okay. Ooh, what would they have wanted? Would they have wanted like little girls to see themselves as hot, attractive women, or would they want them to be like, you're gonna bake for the rest of your life in the kitchen? Ooh, I'm gonna say, the
came first?
Easy Bake Oven.
Oh, I thought that's what it was.
65.
Barbie, 59. Easy Bake Oven, 63. All right, now it's tied.
Wow.
King Scott
King, this is
Don't screw this up.
I can't.
You
for the
do it.
win. What came first? The first episode of Game of Thrones or the first episode of The Walking Dead? You know the answer, Moon?
He's got to. He's got to know this one. Boy, oh boy, Game of Thrones. I can't remember when that first.
What
rolled
came
out,
first?
'cause it was huge.
First episode of Game of Thrones or the first episode of The Walking Dead?
Gosh, I'm gonna say, Game of Thrones was really
For
big.
the win.
This is everything right
yeah,
now.
this is for
For $5 and
nuggets.
5 steak nuggets.
Give me the Walking Dead.
Dang it.
Show me The Walking Dead. You agree?
Yeah, I agree.
Oh no.
100%. It was like 2000.
But
Let's see. I was singing for Amber.
He's right.
yeah.
King
Yeah,
wins.
2010. Oh, really? Oh, I thought it was before that.
First
Me
episode
too.
of Walking Dead, 2010. First episode of Game of Thrones.
Very good, Scott.
When?
20. Let's say
11, correct.
Really?
Yep,
Wow.
2011 versus 2010. Congratulations.
Thank you.
King Scott, you have 5 steak nuggets on the way.
Eat that.
All right, today's Teamers Remember the Day is brought to us by Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. Join Rafe and myself at the Hot Shots in St. Charles on Sunday for the big 35th anniversary Hot Shot celebration. Party starts at noon, and it's going to be a whole big, huge extravaganza. So that's Sunday, Hot Shot St. Charles, the OG location. From Sullivan, Missouri, Scott Layton is
Yes.
our Scott has been a long-time listener to The Point, drives a commercial vehicle locally here in the St. Louis area, and the Riz Show helps him get through the morning rush hour. He once cut 11 and a half inches of hair to donate after the passing of Jeff.
That's nice.
From his back, he didn't
From
tell
his
us that
back.
part.
Yep, that's right. Scott Layton from Sullivan is today's Teamers Remember the Day. Get the super sweet Teamers Remember the Day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up 1057thepoint.com/teamriz. Yeah, it says here it's his 32nd birthday. Is that?
Yeah, today's his birthday.
Today is his actual birthday?
Yeah, I spoke with him yesterday, and he said, "Whoa, tomorrow's actually my birthday."
Oh, happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday.
Scott. Amazing. What's coming up, Scott, today?
I like this. Scott.
All right, we got news coming at you next. Southwest finally starting to charge for bags. Midwest Wingfest canceled. And AB is getting in the energy drink game. I'll tell you who they partnered up with. All right, welcome back to the program. Phone number 314-624-3833, 618-398-3833. The Mick Ultra Studio Cams, 1057thepoint.com/Riz. You can text us, 314-649-DUMB. Email us, rizshow1057thepoint.com. Instant feedback through the 1057 The Point mobile app. We'll take a new game out for a spin. I don't know. We'll try something out in a little bit. Give away some great prizes. We got tickets for, let me see, Falling in Reverse, Pierce the Veil. We got tickets to go see Jeremy Piven. Crab on Celebrities on the way. What else we got? I don't know. Just some stuff. It's Thursday. The weekend's almost upon us. Short week. Let's do some news.
Oh, yeah. We gonna do some news.
And your news being sponsored by
Schicker Auto Group, your headquarters for American-made Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeeps, plus a great selection of certified pre-owned vehicles. Shop local. Visit shopschicker.com.
Yeah, this is why we can't have nice things, guys.
Uh-oh.
Doggone it.
Midwest Wingfest. Big deal. Will not return
Why?
in 2025 due to safety concerns. Safety concerns.
Avian flu? What are we talking about? What kind of gangs? What is it?
Safety concerns, Lern. I don't know. Maybe somebody choked on a chicken bone. I don't know. No, I know what it is. So this is a Fairview Heights event. I think it's on Labor Day weekend.
Fairview Heights, Missouri, Illinois. Is this
Illinois.
only an Illinois
Illinois.
thing? Yeah, we have twins of everything.
So it shut down early last year as fights and gunshots were reported.
Holy crud, you were right.
Well, cowboys like eating wings too.
Yeah.
All right. So
Where they're supposed to
what
eat
do you
them at.
expect?
I don't know if it's Cowboys. Although no injuries were reported last year, police said that 2 people were arrested. Several minors were pepper sprayed for not cooperating with officials. The festival, the Midwest Wingfest Festival, wrote on Facebook, the safety concerns following last year's event have created too many variables and expenses for all our volunteer crew
I don't
to
understand.
manage responsibly.
I don't understand. Change the variable. Change the location.
Yeah.
Take it somewhere else. Go
Right.
to Collinsville. Go to.
Well, maybe next year they will, but for this year, I guess they can't get a venue, or
okay.
maybe they got to give it a beat
Bummer.
and reconvene. Midwest Wingfest is a festival where volunteers raise money for injured veterans, the families of fallen soldiers, and first responders. Although the festival won't happen this year, Midwest Wingfest plans to host smaller events. So there's not going to be a big one. Just if you're a fan of this,
Midwest Wing get together.
yeah, I guess if you're a fan of this, make sure you follow them on Facebook for more.
That's interesting. I mean, so I have a buddy who runs like a lot of these big festivals around town, like Pride and Taste of St. Louis and stuff. I mean, he hires undercover police, FBI. I mean, there is a way to do it where you can hire professionals to be on site to make sure that your event is safe, that this does not happen. So that sucks that they didn't have that
Sucks.
option.
Yeah.
Because I think it would have been a really big. I mean, I didn't get to go, and obviously I'm upset.
Well, this is a thing happens every year.
Yeah.
Never got to go.
I mean, chickens are happy, but
Wingfest.
Chickens are psyched,
yeah,
but
they probably were
Not
influencing the bad
so
behavior.
Anheuser-Busch is strategically expanding its beverage empire by venturing into the rapidly growing energy drink market. So AB partnered with Dana White from the UFC and also First Form.
Also, when Kerber was in here with Steve-O a couple weeks ago, everybody was saying he looked like Dana White. Do you see
Chris
that?
Kerber?
Yeah.
I could see they may be like cousins.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a bald head.
Maybe it is.
So AB's partnered with Dana White from the UFC and First Form, launched their new non-alcoholic caffeinated beverage called Form Energy with a PH. Form Energy, get it? Like First Form?
Yeah.
So it went nationwide yesterday. This new drink is the first product to emerge from AB's collaboration with Dana White, aimed at securing a share of the $24 billion energy drink sector.
So First Form is involved with this or no?
Oh, yeah. It's First Form, it's Dana White from the UFC, and it's AB.
Wow.
So Form Energy, and they're going to try to do this because there's a sector, the health conscious energy drink sector. So like no sugar, no artificial flavors, added electrolytes, naturally caffeinated with green tea extract, 4 flavors: grape, orange, blue, and Moon's favorite, Screamin' Freedom, which is a mix of blueberry, cherry, and citrus.
Of course it is.
All right.
Each 16-ounce can retails for $2.99. So other beverage companies have already made successful inroads with the energy drink market, like Molson Coors. They teamed up with The Rock for a stake in Zoa, which is an energy drink. AB in the past has explored the energy drink. Do you remember the seltzer brand Highball?
Yeah.
They had that for a little while back in 2017.
Let's say I thought they already did this.
Highball. But I think that was boozy.
I think you're right.
They divested it 6 years later. In 2020, Anheuser-Busch took a 40% stake in Ghost.
So this
the
is
energy drink Ghost.
non-alcoholic. This is just
Non-alcoholic.
AB
Justin.
owns Ghost? Or has
40%.
Get
But that
out.
arrangement ended when Keurig Dr. Pepper bought Ghost in a $1 billion deal last year.
So this is going head-to-head with Celsius, which is one of these energy drinks that is more on the healthy side.
And Zoa, which is Coors.
Yeah.
I have never heard of Zoa, but Celsius
either.
is everywhere.
Celsius is everywhere. But this is AB, First Form, and Dana White.
Wow.
The 2025 hurricane season starts Sunday.
Yeah.
How we looking?
Not so good.
The NOAA predicts a 60% chance of an above-average season. I feel like they say this every year.
I think it continues to be above average every year.
Federal forecasters also predicted 13 to 19 named storms. That's storms with winds at 39 miles an hour or more.
Where we at? Where we at with the names? We were back down to the L's or something, right?
I think they start over with the A's, right?
Oh, every season starts at the A's.
Yeah, I think they're reset.
Oh, so if we ever get to a Zoe, like it's just been a bad year.
Guess so.
Yeah.
Have
And if we
ever
get to
gotten
an Aaron with an AA, that's really a bad year. Starting the alphabet over again.
Have we gotten to Z ever? I would assume.
I would assume as well. I mean, it's only 26.
They don't progress much through the entire alphabet, it says. The list for naming Atlantic hurricanes in the United States contains 21 names, and the letters Q, U, X, Y, and Z are skipped due to the lack of common names beginning with those letters.
Why? Zoe? Zorro?
Quinn.
Uncle Charlie.
Dude, can you imagine if you got hit with
Uma?
Hurricane Zorro?
Yeah, Hurricane
I'm so
Zorro.
pissed.
What's a U name?
Uma.
Hurricane Uma. What else?
Urkel.
Ursula?
UN. Just UN.
Ursula?
Yeah.
I mean, that seems an apt
I mean,
hurricane
uncles,
name.
you just do
Hello.
uncle something.
Oh, but if there's if the storm's bad, though, they retire the name. So if, let's say, Hurricane Uma's bad, then there's no more U's.
Well, let's hope we're not alive for that.
Oh, they retired the name forever. So we'll never see an Andrew again or any of that?
Yeah, that can't be two Andrews.
Well, I mean, what if they're 50 years apart?
So they're saying 13 to 19 named storms with winds of 39 miles an hour or more, with 6 to 10 becoming hurricanes, leading to the chance that 3 to 5 could turn into major hurricanes with winds reaching 111 miles an hour or more. Florida and Texas will see the most hurricanes.
You want to hear the names for the 2025 Atlantic hurricane
Here we go.
season?
Here's what we have to look forward to. In starting lineup, beginning with Ben first.
Andrea.
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 Okay.
Andrea.
Andrea, then
Barry.
Oh,
Barry?
Hurricane Barry.
B-A-R. Barry. B-A-R-R-Y.
Oh,
Hurricane
I love
Barry.
that.
Barry. Number 3 is Chantel. Number 4 is Dexter.
Dexter.
Number
Nice.
5 is Aaron with an E. Aaron.
Oh, Hurricane Aaron.
Aaron. Then Fernand.
Fernand.
Yeah. Or Fernand. Then
Fernand.
Gabrielle. And then Humberto.
Oh, Umberto. Yeah.
Umberto.
And then Imelda with an I. I-M-E-L.
Well, I hope we get to Jay because we got Hurricane
Jerry.
Hurricane Jerry.
Hurricane Jerry's on deck?
Jerry's coming, baby.
Jerry.
Followed by
Karen.
Hurricane Karen.
Oh,
You know that's going to be a bad one.
Oh, man,
Yeah.
into the world.
Florida better look out for Jerry and Karen back to
Back to back, dude.
Jerry and Karen back to back. Whoa.
It's a
This is an
reality show I do
exciting
not want to
year.
watch.
You know who's coming for Texas? Lorenzo.
Lorenzo.
Yeah, tell you
Yes.
what. Look out, Melissa.
Hey, Melissa.
Melissa's coming
Hey,
from
that'll be a fun
Mississippi.
I like the N. Go ahead.
Nestor.
Nestor.
Nestor's-
Hurricane Nestor.
I got a feeling
Hurricane
Nestor's going to
Nestor.
peter out before it really gets in.
Followed by
Olga.
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 Oh, that one's a brutal one.
That's a
Heading
big
for-
one.
Heading right for the Carolinas. Then Pablo. Pablo, come back to Florida.
Okay,
we miss
that's a
you.
happy one.
And then Rebecca with a K. And then Sebastian. And then Tanya.
Tanya.
Tanya. Oh,
Tanya.
Or Tanya, if you're, from certain parts of the country. And then the next one is Van. Hurricane Van.
boy. Hurricane Van.
Toot, toot.
Van Reynolds.
And then Wendy, but with, an E. Wendy.
Clever.
Wendy.
Okay.
All right. That's a good lineup.
Yeah, we got a lot to look forward to.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jerry and
man.
Karen, though, back to back coming in.
Jerry better watch it.
All right, Lern. What state leads the nation in missing cat reports?
Apparently Missouri, because they all come to my house. No, missing cat reports. Probably show me like a Montana.
Missing cat report. No, New
Well-
Jersey.
Really?
Oh, you're kidding.
They need filing cabinets.
They're trying to get out.
Cat owners in New Jersey might want to keep an extra close eye on their feline friends. A new study has found that New Jersey leads the entire nation in the number of reported missing cats.
Was the mob involved? What are they doing?
No, it's a New Jersey devil.
That's right, from the Appalachia.
Yeah, hanging up in trees and stuff, just eating cats. What do
So
you
the
think they
study
eat?
conducted by pet911.org, which maintains a national database of missing pets, revealed that 18,580 cats were reported missing in New Jersey last year.
18,000
goodness.
cats?
18,580 cats.
I hate
are
to do this,
everywhere.
but I am telling you what, dude. Like, there is something about the Appalachia area that is super creepy. Like, people go missing. You got 20,000 cats missing. What is it, Alf?
Following
In a
New
cave?
Jersey, Utah with over 15,000 missing cats, then Massachusetts, then Illinois, and then Michigan. So why is New Jersey seeing so many vanishing cats? Now, here's what the CEO of pet911.org theorizes. He says it's a perfect storm of factors. He says, number one, New Jersey's extreme population density, which can cause territorial confusion for cats, combined with what he calls the state's deadliest road network and an influx of out-of-state commuters. So cats are getting run over.
R.I.P.
No,
They're
dude.
getting confused.
Dang.
First, I still have this vivid memory. I thought about it the other day. I have this memory. The first animal that I ever lost was my neighbor's dog, the dog that I grew up with, and it crushed me. It crushed me, dude. Like, I'd never felt pain like that before. And then within a couple, I want to say 2 years, we were driving back from Shelbina, and it was just me and my mom, and I saw this cat that got hit on the side of the road. And, dude, I was like, what was that? I think that was a cat. And my mom's like, no, you know. I was like, we got to go back. She goes, no, it was definitely dead. And I was like, oh, and I made her stop the car.
Yeah.
And I went over, and I was going to hold this dead cat. I
Oh,
was
no.
bawling my eyes out. I was
No.
like, there's got to be something I can do. And I just, it was like that helpless. It was like the first time that I had like just had this helplessness. Because when the dog died next door, I didn't see it die. You know, I didn't see its
Right.
body. or
This is,
nothing.
you actually saw it.
I saw this, and I just peeled away, dude.
Well,
And I vividly
I
remember
am
just
upset.
going, the world is such a difficult place.
I know.
I can't
Things are
help
born,
this
things
thing.
are die. So a professional pet tracker offers an additional perspective here about why New Jersey. She says that residents in New Jersey tend to be more proactive about reporting missing pets compared to other states. So remember, these are reported missing.
Yeah.
So this is if your cat runs away, this is somebody calling up and, hey, my cat's missing.
Nothing sadder than seeing a piece of paper at a light pole when you're at a
I
stoplight
know.
with a missing animal.
Situation's
Yeah, but at
different
least
for
there's hope.
dogs.
At least there's hope.
Texas holds the top spot for missing dog reports. 82,000 missing dogs in Texas last year.
Oh my gosh! Somebody just texted over and said, "But you know, New Jersey does have the highest rate of Chinese restaurants."
Oh,
Lots of people checking in about the Chinese buffet. You people are.
that's a terrible stereotype.
I know, you guys are racist.
Well,
Thanks.
wait. First of all, I'm not sure it's a stereotype because the only place that I think that does happen is there is a festival up there where they eat the
Oh,
cats.
that's
and dogs.
Korea.
I think it is Korea. I think you're right. I think it is.
Leave the
Korea.
Chinese alone. They got enough,
It's a huge place.
they got enough going on.
There's something going on.
They got enough going on there. Most missing cat types.
Show me Tabby Cat.
This is Siamese cats. This is
This
Aren't
is
those
true.
idiots?
They are idiots.
this is nationwide.
So my two friends, I was at their house on Sunday, and Tony, their Siamese cat that just showed up at their house one day, now lives with them, and he's an idiot. He's just
Yeah, I think they are pretty stupid.
Like-
Siamese cats are,
Yeah.
are reported
Genetically.
missing most often, followed by tuxedo cats.
yeah.
my mother had a cat who was he had to be part Siamese. He had like this really dusty white color or whatever. He didn't have the brown markings. He wasn't like a full on Siamese, but he had the crossed blue eyes. You know, like
yeah.
what a fool! The dumbest cat on earth.
They're so
He
cute.
was so beautiful and so sweet, but just a total moron.
Most missing dog breeds:
Labs?
Huskies and Chihuahuas.
Oh.
Huskies and Chihuahuas are at the top of the
Well,
list. for
huskies
dogs.
tend to run, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Husky showed up at my house one day. We had to get him in the backyard and call their owner.
The most popular missing pet names for cats: Luna, Milo, and Leo.
Those are all popular, though. That's me.
For
So does he
dogs,
yell those?
Bella and Luna.
So you can yell that in the street if you see a dog. Just yell one of those.
Luna.
Luna.
The busiest day for reports, Fridays. Fridays see the most reports of missing pets.
Dang.
So, hey, quick reminder, by the way, your dog doesn't understand context or know what an internet trend is. People are doing the ice bucket challenge on their dog and posting the footage on TikTok.
Oh my God.
That could be.
It's
Not so
called
good for the brain.
it's called the Bark Your Mind Challenge. And the setup's always the same. There's a jokey voice that's supposed to be your dog listening to other dogs they nominate, like Snoopy or Scooby-Doo, and the owner dumps a bucket of water on them and they freak out. So let's
Bucket of
not do
water.
this.
Yeah, I mean, ice water's cool.
Yeah, ice
but
water is
water,
not-
some dogs probably would like that. But like ice water. what are
Because
you
ice
doing?
water could damage their skull and stuff if it's hot and you put it on their head.
This is
That's
dumb.
not good.
Yeah, let's not do this.
This is dumb.
Yeah.
Let's
Keep doing
not
it to
do
your
this.
kids and to your husbands.
Hey,
we
with
don't
the
need to
pet-
be doing it for the
Leave the dogs
animals.
out of this.
With the pets, can I read? We had an email yesterday
God.
about we were talking about giving away pets. Remember, like, have you ever given away a pet? This person said we lived in the country. There was one point where we were giving our dog a bath, forgot to put the collar on, and she ran off. She was gone for weeks with no hope of her coming back. My older sister and I made signs for her, last-ditch effort to get her back, hung them up on poles and everything. After about a month, my dad received a call from a man that said, "I think I have your dog." We were so excited. My dad decided to go get her. When he got to the house, she was there. He also noticed her living quarters. This man had a little shed that was for his other dogs. In the shed was a couch and a TV on for the dogs 24/7. Also had a doggy door that went out to a fenced-in area for the dogs to come and go as they pleased. After my dad saw this, he told the man, "You know what? She's better off here. You can keep her." He came home, and my sister and I were devastated. And I just recently told the story to my coworkers, and they all said,
That's a lie.
"Are you sure your dad wasn't lying to you?
Yeah, your
that
dad's
sounds
totally
like
lying."
a genius lie."
Oh.
Total lie.
Never in the 20-plus years of telling this story had it occurred to me that maybe my dad had made up this entire story
Just
just so
gave away
we
the
had
dog.
ease of mind. He either gave away the dog or we just never found him, and he had to tell a story.
Yeah, that dog's dead, and your dad made up a story to comfort you.
I'm not sure.
100%.
I'm
Which
not
is
sure.
beautiful.
Very sweet.
That's
I'm not
very
sure I
sweet.
want to know the truth. Anyway, great show. 4 out of 5 stars.
That's a very
Susan.
sweet story.
A total dad move, by the
it's-
way.
If the
Total
dog goes
dad
to the
move.
farm, you know.
That's
Yeah,
a dad story.
for sure.
Brilliant.
Great work, Dad.
Hey, for decades, it's been a signature perk of flying Southwest, free check bags, but that's over. Starting yesterday, Southwest customers will pay $35 for their first check bag and $45 for a second. But if you booked your ticket before Wednesday, you still get your 2 free check bags.
Oh, that's good.
And then there's like perks if you're members, right?
Right, there's some exceptions. Members of
really?
Southwest A-list tier.
This
And it's a
changes.
Rapid Rewards locally program. Holders of the Southwest credit card.
This changes a lot of things for. Oh wait, Southwest credit card. They still get the free bags.
Yep.
Oh, good for them. I used to have
Holders
one of those.
of the branded Southwest credit card.
I used to have one of those. So this is also a marketing thing to sell more of them cards.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, this move brings Southwest baggage fees in line with other major carriers.
Which will change how our band books things.
Well, and investors were behind all of this, right? Like they were like moving Southwest to do this and get on board with the bag fees because they wanted to increase profits, obviously.
Well,
but
So what's going to be funny is United or Delta or one of them or Alaskan, they're going to say, okay, free bags now for everybody.
Well,
Yeah.
do you know Southwest? You know, they famously trademarked their "Bags Fly Free" slogan. I mean, it was a key part of their advertising for like 60 years.
I listened to a couple economists and like branding experts, and they were all like, "This was a mistake. They're going to make X amount of millions of dollars, but they're going to lose so many more because this was their differentiator."
Yeah, for sure. Their exception.
And in an industry that's really hard
Well,
to have a
And their
differentiator.
prices are already high.
Bold move, Cotton. We'll see how it pays off. But the airline says adding these fees will likely provide an instant boost to the bottom line. So despite not charging for the first 2 bags, Southwest still collected $83 million in baggage fees in 2024 from things like, third bags or overweight bags. However, this pales in comparison to like American Airlines collected $1.5 billion in baggage fees last year.
Yeah, I get that, but like I said, our band always flew Southwest because most of us could fly with just one guitar or one thing or something like that. And if we're saving $100
Yeah.
after 8 members, it made a big difference. And we're not going to we're not going to seek out Southwest anymore.
Well, the change comes, I guess, Southwest, an investor took a big stake in Southwest last year.
Great.
And I guess they're looking to improve profitability.
They're looking to get a bottom line boost immediately so they could probably sell.
Yeah, because they're probably the same group that bought Red Lobster and like, how can we destroy this company very quickly?
Well, they've already announced plans to ditch the open seating policy next year, and they're retrofitting planes with seats offering extra legroom for more money. So
I hope it works out, but I don't hope it works out for them necessarily. I hope it works out for the consumer.
And finally, in your Riz news, some people didn't think this would really happen when we heard about it a couple months ago, but it looks like it's gonna. The U.S. Treasury announced a big change to America's change. They will officially stop making new pennies soon. So President Trump said in February that he'd order the U.S. Mint to stop making them. Every penny costs almost 4 cents to manufacture. So it's supposed to save money, an estimated $56 million a year. So the Treasury said it just placed its final order of blanks this month, and once those are minted, they're not making any more. So the last pennies are set to roll off the production line early next year.
Those are going to be worth some money if you can get
Unwelcome news for somebody like Scott, who's a penny enthusiast.
Yes. I only care about pennies.
Yeah, there's been a push to ditch the penny for a long time, but not everybody thinks it's a great idea, partly because nickels aren't cheap either. They cost about 14 cents to make, and we might need more if stores start rounding up to 5-cent increments. None of this means, by the way, that pennies are going away.
Right, you're still going to need them.
Well, there's still 114 billion in circulation.
Right. Many of which are in my purse right now.
Right.
I love doing exact change in 2025.
It's the best, isn't it?
It is, because people get so annoyed. Like, and I don't do it because of that. I'm literally just trying to get all my change out of my purse. And it's so funny to count.
I had to pay for something in cash
pennies.
yesterday, and I told him I didn't want the change.
Well, yeah, me too.
Put it in the tips?
At the movie theater, I left like a stack. He gave me this stack of quarters and all this other stuff, and I went, ugh. And I left it on the counter. The guy behind me looked at me like I was a crazy person, and I felt like a crazy person. I don't want this.
$10.14 in change. I go, keep the 14 cents. I just didn't want it rattling around in my car.
I wonder how much are companies keeping this, or is it the employee just put it in his pocket?
I don't know.
Because if they keep it, I wonder how much extra money now companies are making.
So there's around 114 billion pennies in circulation right now. So you're still going to be able to use them. The government makes more each year, or did, because so many pennies drop out of circulation. People toss them in change jars, leave them in their center console, just throw them out. I don't know.
I don't know, but you guys, I hate paying in cash.
Yeah. Since pennies,
I had no choice.
Since they're getting rid of pennies and they're pointless now, if you have buckets and buckets of pennies, let me know. I'll come pick them up for free and just take them off your hand.
Take them off your hand.
Yeah, it's so dumb to even keep them.
I like paying with cash because it's a free zone. I feel like I can get away with it.
It doesn't come out of the bank account.
Right.
Yeah, and you know exactly, hey, the bank is safe.
Yeah.
Well, you don't see a negative on your bank statement.
I know.
Yeah, but if we go back to the reward systems and all that kind of stuff, everything is set up with a reward system except for cash. So I don't like paying with cash.
I feel like points on my credit card.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like I'm losing value somewhere where I could be doing it somewhere. Plus, I'm trying to get as organized as possible and like track everything, and I can't track cash, and it makes me feel like
and that's why we like it.
Screwing up.
All right. Listen, we got to take a break. When we come back, let's do a little contest, and it's something kind of new.
Okay.
All right, we've got tickets to go see Pierce the Veil with Sleeping with Sirens next Sunday, June 8th at the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater. We got tickets to go see Falling in Reverse September 2nd at the Amphitheater. We got tickets to go see Jeremy Piven at the Factory next Sunday. So we're going to play, it's either Guess the Lyrics or Artist Fact Flash. It's your choice. So we'll get you on the phone. 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. Your choice. You could either finish the lyric. I'll give you a couple lyrics and you finish the lyrics out. Or you could do an artist fact flash, like a trivia question having to do with a rock artist. Now, if you choose to do the finish the lyrics, if you get caught up, hung up, you could use a Riz Show member here as a lifeline. Moon, Lern, or King Scott. But if you choose the trivia, you're on your own. I don't know how I should do it. It's 2 out of 3 right, but do you get a choice each time you play?
Yeah.
Or like you choose once and you're stuck with either finish the lyric or.
I think you get to choose each time. Let's see how brave people
Let's
are.
see how brave people are.
Okay.
So if you choose to finish the lyric, you could have a lifeline.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to do the trivia, you're on your own. 2 out of 3 right, you win your choice of prizes. 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. We'll play next. Some of these are tough. So it's all rock, all popular rock songs or rock bands.
Should be easy enough with this crowd.
I throw a couple pop in there as well. But again, all popular. All right, let's give away some stuff. All right, today's contest sponsored by
CarStar, your auto body repair expert. Hail damage, see them at carstar.com.
We'll call this the Lyric and Legend Showdown. Just made that name up. So you could pick your category for each thing here. A lyric lineup where you finish the lyric, or artist fact flash, which is a quick trivia question.
Right.
If you choose the lyric lineup, I'll give you a line of a song and you finish it out. You could ask for help from a ratio member. You get a lifeline.
Mm-hmm.
But if we do the quick trivia question, you're on your own. 2 out of 3 right, you win.
I think we need to time this out too a little bit. Because
What do you mean?
people like to look things up when they're on the phone
Yeah.
with us.
Oh, be honest, people. Please.
We're not going to take too long, right?
No, we're not
Okay.
taking too long. We got Pierce the Veil tickets. We got Falling in Reverse tickets. We got Jeremy Piven tickets. Let's try this out here. Andrew in St. Louis. Good morning, Andrew.
Hey, good morning, Riz.
All right, Andrew. Do you want to do the lyric or do you want to do the trivia question?
Let's try the lyric.
The lyric. Okay. I will give you the line of a song and you finish it out. If you need help, ask a ratio member. This is from, and I'll tell you the song. This is from Nirvana's Smells Like Teen Spirit. The line is, load up on guns, bring your friends. Finish it out.
Oh, man, I hate to say this, but I'm going to have to use a lifeline.
Lifeline, who are you going to go with?
Let's go with Moon.
Moon. Moon. From Smells Like Teen Spirit. Load up on guns, bring your friends.
It's not the OL whatever, never mind. That's later.
It's a weird line.
It is. The whole
It
song.
mumbles.
Do you know
mumbles
it? Do you
that
know
one
it,
back.
Lern?
No, I don't know it by
I can
heart.
mumble it like him.
No, I need the line.
Load up on guns.
Bring your friends.
It's fun. It's fun. It's fun to lose or fun to something and pretend. It's fun. Bring your friends. It's fun to lose and pretend. And to pretend.
Go ahead, give it to me.
It's fun to lose and to pretend.
That is correct. He worked it out.
That's great.
Load up on guns, bring your friends. It's fun to lose and to pretend.
I don't think I've
That's
ever
good.
known
Way to
those
work
words.
that out.
Got it.
Oh my God.
All right, Andrew, do you want the lyric or do you want the trivia question?
Let's do lyric.
Lyric.
Oh my God.
This is from REM's Losing My Religion. The line is, that's me in the corner. That's me in the spotlight.
Oh, come on.
That's me in the corner.
Come on, I handed it to you.
That's me in the spotlight. And
Losing my religion.
you got it. Losing my religion.
go.
All right,
Work it
Andrew.
out.
Congratulations. Hang on.
All right.
Winner.
I feel like the trivia is easier, everyone. I don't know. Lyrics is hard.
Lyrics is hard. And plus, if I run out of lyrics, it's all going to be trivia.
Yeah.
Matt, good morning.
Morning.
All right, this is Lyric and Legend Showdown. Would you like the lyrics or would you like the quick trivia question?
Lyrics all day.
Lyrics all day. Here we go.
All
And you
day.
could use a lifeline if you need it. This is from Bohemian Rhapsody from Queen. The line is, too late, my time has come.
Too late. Sorry, I got to sing it.
Yeah, go.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't want to sing it on the radio.
Too late, my time has come.
My time comes, then shivers down my spine. Body's aching all the time.
Got it.
Good.
All right. That's one correct. Still want to stay with the lyric lineup?
Ooh, that was intense, but I think I'm going to do it.
All right, here we go. From the Chili Peppers, Under the Bridge, the line is, sometimes I feel like I don't have a partner.
Sometimes I feel like my only friend.
Boom.
Got it.
You're good.
Matt.
You're good. Hang on. Okay.
Very
Another winner. Brad, hello.
Hello.
All right, Brad. Do you want the lyrics or do you want the trivia question?
Trivia.
Trivia. And you're on your own here. What was the name of David Bowie's famous glam rock alien alter ego known for his fiery red mullet and striking outfits?
I have no idea.
Oh, come on,
Bruh.
man.
It's Ziggy Stardust. Okay. 0 for 1,
okay.
Brad.
I did know that, but
You did know that.
Use
You
your
were-
brain, Brad.
Yeah, but you gave up so quickly.
Yeah, don't give up. You can do it.
Don't give up. You're out. He hung up.
Look at the big brain on Brad.
You fool.
He hung up. He had
Silly
another.
guy.
He had another chance.
2 out of 3, pal.
2 out of 3. Chrissy, hello.
Hi.
Hi. All right, Chrissy, would you like the lyric lineup or the artist fact flash?
Well, let's go with lyrics.
Lyrics, okay. Finish the line. This is from Green Day's Good Riddance, Time of Your Life. The line is, another turning point, a fork stuck in the road.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time sends you down the path. Wait.
No.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. And a 3.
Time grabs you by the. Oh, geez. Can I use a lifeline?
Sure. Who would you like?
Okay, I'll use a lifeline. Learn.
Learn. Oh, the guy.
All right.
Just so you know, this is a staple of the Teenage Dirtbags set list.
All right.
Oh, geez.
Oh, yeah. Sorry,
Did I
Chrissy.
say-
Nope, you
No.
got to deal with Learn now.
Oh, boy.
Learn.
Yeah.
Another
I have faith in you, Learn.
another turning point, a fork stuck in the road.
Time grabs you by the hand and directs you where to go.
Wrong.
Leads you where to go.
No,
Time
wrist.
grabs you by the
the
wrist.
Oh, I kept wanting to say by the pants, and I knew that wasn't
Time
right.
grabs you by the wrist.
Sometimes it does
Directs
grab you by the
where
pants.
to go. Okay,
Sorry,
Chrissy.
Or Chrissy.
Chrissy, would you like the trivia or would you like the lyrics again?
I'll do the lyrics.
Lyrics. This is from Pearl Jam's Jeremy. The line is, at home drawing pictures of mountaintops with him on top.
I don't know the song, so I'm going to go ahead and. I know.
At home drawing pictures of mountaintops with him on top.
Oh, that song. Yeah, I'm going to go with Moon.
Okay, Moon.
Lemon yellow sun, arms are raised in a V.
Got it.
Very good.
Dead lay,
Okay, we just needed that.
pools of maroon below.
All right, Chrissy, comes down to the final one here. Lyrics or trivia?
I'm going to do trivia.
Okay. Here we go, Chrissy. I want you to win.
Me too.
Who is the unmistakable lead singer, guitarist, and primary songwriter for the alternative rock band, The Smashing Pumpkins?
Ooh.
You're on your own here, Chrissy.
I know, and I don't know who that is. I'm sorry.
He's been on the
Sorry,
show.
guys.
He's been on the show multiple
Yes.
times.
He's been on the show.
Two.
Yes, multiple times.
1.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, Billy Corgan.
William Corgan.
Can I just say
Billy
this?
Corgan.
Yeah.
Damn it, Chrissy.
I am terrible at lyrics, but I'm great at trivia.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I feel like I can be the lifeline for trivia, and Moon can be the lifeline
No.
for lyrics.
We don't
do that.
need trivia lifelines.
I love trivia lifeline.
All right, Clint.
Hey, Rizzuto.
All right,
Hello.
Clint, do you want the lyrics or do you want the trivia?
Let me try the trivia.
Trivia. Here we go. Clint. Robert Smith, with his signature messy hair and lipstick, is the frontman for what influential British band known for hits like Friday, I'm in Love?
The Cure.
Show me the
Very
cure.
good.
Boom.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
Clint, trivia or lyrics?
Let's do lyrics.
Lyrics. Okay, here we go. From the Cranberries' Zombie, the line is, another head hangs lowly, child is slowly taken. Would you like to sing that, Lern? Another head hangs lowly, child is slowly taken.
And the violence costs us silence.
That is correct.
Very good.
That is correct, Clint. Winner.
I've just been mumbling lyrics my whole life, dude. Like, some of these are very interesting to understand.
I wouldn't have got that. I'm a huge
I know you
Cranberries-
are. I thought you would have been.
I'm a huge Cranberries fan, and I don't listen to that song. I never did. I never liked that one. Like, it's fine. I just never listened to it leisurely where I would, like, have the lyrics stuck in my head.
All right, Hurricane Chris. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. Energy up.
Yeah,
All
energy
right,
up.
you want lyrics or do you want trivia?
I'm gonna go with lyrics.
Lyrics. Here we go. This is from Bon Jovi's "Living on a Prayer." The line is, Tommy used to work on the docks. Union's been on strike. Finish it out.
He's been down on his luck. It's tough. So tough. Is that right?
So, give it to me again. So Tommy used to work on the docks. Union's been on strike. Chris, calm down. I'm going to start and then you finish it. Here we go. Tommy used to work on the docks. Union's been on strike.
He's been down on his luck. It's tough. So tough.
All right, I'm going to give it to you. He's down on his luck. It's tough, so tough. No, it's fine. No, I'm not a singer either.
It's tough.
Chris.
Okay. Hopefully, Rafe's colonoscopy goes well today, huh?
I hope so, too. All right,
Us too.
Chris,
That's what that sounded like.
lyrics or trivia?
I'll go lyrics again.
Lyrics. Okay, here we go. This is from Oasis's Wonderwall. The line is, today is going to be the day that they're going to throw it back to you. Today is going to be the day that they're going to throw it back to you.
Lern, can you help me?
Yep. All right. Well, give me the lyrics again.
Today is going to be the day that they're going to throw it back to you.
By now, you should have somehow realized what you're going to do. Son of a bitch!
What you
Gotta do.
Gotta do.
Gotta do.
I'm
Give
gonna give it
it to me anyway, dude.
All right, Chris. Thank you. Winner.
Got to do.
Let's
Good
keep
job.
going. Dane, hello. Dane,
Yep.
hey, do you want trivia or lyrics?
Lyrics.
Lyrics, damn.
People love lyrics.
People love the lyrics. All right, here we go. From the Foo Fighters' Everlong, the line is, hello, I've waited here for you.
Lauren, can you help me out?
Yes. Hello, I've waited here for you ever long.
Yeah, you got it. Everlong. Easy. Dane, lyrics or trivia?
Lyrics again.
Lyrics. I'm out of lyrics, by the way. This is the
is
end,
it?
this is the end of
Oh,
lyrics.
boy.
All right, here we go. From Soundgarden's Black Hole Sun, the line is, in my eyes, indisposed, in disguises no one knows. From Black Hole Sun, the line is, in my eyes, indisposed, in disguises no one knows.
I don't know.
You could throw it to one of the guys here.
Let's go with King Scott.
King Scott.
Okay.
All right, King Scott is unavailable. He's on the phone.
All right,
You either got Moon or you got Moon or Lern.
Moon.
Moon. In my eyes, indisposed, in disguises no one knows.
I think it's either. I know there's a face and a snake rhyme. Hides the face.
Yep.
Hides the face, lies the snake. Yeah, hides the face, lies the snake.
Yep.
Wow.
Got got it. Hides the face, lies the snake, the sun in my disgrace. Hang on, Dane. Congratulations. Let's do trivia. We'll close it out with trivia. Hurricane Melissa, hello.
Happy birthday, Riz.
Thank you, Melissa. All right, here we go. We just got trivia for you, okay?
That's fine.
Okay, it should be fine. That's all we got. Okay. I'll do this. What Blondie hit from 1980 features a rap section by Debbie Harry that's often cited as one of the first mainstream rap-influenced songs to top the U.S. charts?
Does she get life?
No.
Oh, no.
No, Melissa. What
I'm trying to think of Blondie songs.
What Blondie hit from 1980 featured a rap section by Debbie Harry, often cited as one of the first mainstream rap-influenced songs to top the U.S. charts? And the answer is...
Oh, my God. I used to sing at karaoke. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh.
Melissa, 3.
I don't know.
Oh, my God.
What is it?
Rapture.
It's Rapture, for God's sakes.
I didn't know that.
All right.
Good job,
Melissa.
Lern.
Often called the Queen of Pop, this artist caused a stir in 1984 with her iconic performance at the MTV Video Music Awards. Who am I talking about?
Janet Jackson?
Wrong.
Madonna.
Madonna, for God's sakes.
Melissa.
All right, Richard. Richard,
For
last
God's
one.
sakes.
What up?
All right, Richard, here we go. What is the common fan nickname for Metallica's 1991 self-titled album, which featured a minimalist black cover?
The Black Album.
The Black Album is correct.
There you go. You made me nervous there.
Staying in the same genre, what sprawling double album did Guns N' Roses release simultaneously?
Use Your Illusion.
Yes. There we go. We got a winner. Congratulations, Richard. Okay.
All right, that was nice. That's fun. Thanks for
that's fun,
exercising
yes.
our brains.
I love the rock trivia stuff.
too.
I love the finish the lyrics stuff. We had a good time. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. Some of your emails, and we're going to talk to a guy named Charlie Metzner, who is the president of the St. Louis Hero Network, and he's going to tell us about Brian McKenna Day. Brian McKenna, our buddy, our radio buddy, known him for a long time, passed away back in March, and they're doing a whole day dedicated to Brian this coming Saturday. So Charlie from the St. Louis Hero Network is going to give us all the details. I know Brian was on the board of directors over there, was a big giver to the community. So we'll talk about that coming up next. Well, crap on stats is not next, but it's coming up though. And what are we going to be talking about?
Oh, Riz, we're going to be talking about musicians and lawsuits. It's everywhere, it seems like. Michael Jackson documentary update, Rob Lowe 2.0, and finally the end of Brangelina.
All right, we got that later on.
Yeah.
And then your porno birthday later on. Crap on celebrities coming up. Hey, is there any sound that makes you instantly angry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think whenever I'm sitting outside a restaurant and you're just eating, and all of a sudden a huge, massive motorcycle just comes, and it scares the tar out of you because you're not expecting it.
That makes you angry?
That situation.
That can get me there.
What about styrofoam rubbing on styrofoam?
I don't like it, but it doesn't make me mad.
It makes my teeth and my brain hurt.
Yeah, I get that.
A microwave that keeps beeping after you have the door open.
I know what makes me mad, dude. When your fire alarms, the batteries are dead.
Chirp of the dying battery.
Oh my God. Because the first thing you're like, oh, okay, thankfully I'll get this fixed, no problem. And then, you're up on a stool trying to pull that thing off the ceiling, and then you fix it or put a battery in, you think it's ready, and then it continues. There is nothing more annoying than that.
The Microsoft Teams alert, that also gets me angry. Here's a list. Here's, in no particular order, sounds that make me angry.
Oh, great.
Here we go. That's styrofoam rubbing on styrofoam.
Oh, I could have mistaken that for sandpaper, like a high grit sandpaper.
No, listen.
Which, by the way,
Sound like
I
brushing.
love that sound.
Listen to the styrofoam rubbing on styrofoam. Hate it.
I got a little goosebumpy.
Sounds like a belly button.
Here's the chirp of a dying battery in a smoke detector. Oh, that's a microwave.
Oh, that's exciting.
I don't like that.
Your food's done.
Oh.
Oh, which one is it? Everybody get in a room. Which one is it?
Oh,
it's the worst.
And you know what's funny about that is it really is in context, because if you really listen for it, it almost sounds like a basketball squeak. A basketball shoe.
Like a sneaker.
And for some reason, at a basketball court, when you're playing basketball or at a basketball, the squeaking is attractive.
Right.
There's something kind of cool about it. Don't you?
I hear what you're saying.
It's almost basketball squeaky.
Oh.
Yeah.
And you can never find which one it is.
Yeah.
You're yelling at your husband.
But that's the point. They want it to be the worst, so you don't just disregard it.
I understand.
Here's the Microsoft Teams notification. Hate that.
Just kill us now.
Hate that.
Yeah.
Here's a fork scraping against a plate. I'm going to take his headphones off.
Yeah,
That's the worst, right?
That did bad things. That did bad things.
You want to hear it again?
No, man.
Yeah, just one more time.
Ah!
I don't like
No,
it.
thanks. Makes my chest hurt.
Yeah.
You know the old saying, nails on a chalkboard? There's no chalkboards anymore.
Right, yeah. Kids don't know what that
Kids don't know what
reference
that
is.
means.
Right.
Fork on a plate there. I feel like my arms got shorter. Like, they got goosebumpy and like there's something wrong with my arms right now.
Chalkboards aren't exactly common in 2025, so nails on a chalkboard, not a thing anymore. Let me see here. You know what else? This drives you crazy. You know, on TikTok, that song, oh, no, oh, no.
Oh, dude, that's the worst.
No. Oh, that one. Oh.
What?
Yeah, I just whoop.
That one makes me angry.
I hate it.
You got it?
I
You
agree.
gonna play it?
You want to hear
What
it?
is that?
I hate it so much, I didn't even pull it.
Okay, yeah, I don't.
That
hear
one
it.
was like, there were things going viral a couple years ago, and that was one of them. People were just overusing that sound.
It's so clever.
Okay, let's see if this is it. I don't even know what that is. I don't know what it came from. Here we go.
I hope they're making money.
This. I hate this.
Yeah.
What is that from?
I don't know.
Capone? I don't like it, and I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
And
I
it
didn't
drives me nuts.
I didn't know Al was in the music business.
It drives me nuts. I want to go to the phones real quick. Mr. Charlie Metzner is joining us. Good morning, Charlie.
How you doing?
How are you? Now, Charlie is the president of the St. Louis Hero Network, and you're here to tell us about Brian McKenna Day, which we all loved Brian McKenna here. Brian passed away back in March. And we'll first explain, Charlie, what the St. Louis Hero Network is.
So the St. Louis Hero Network was started by like 3 city firefighters like 7 years ago, 2 of them which were military veterans, just looking for a way to support first responder and veteran families by promoting their businesses. So our mission is to connect our first responders and veterans to their community, allowing their community to support them and their families by supporting these 215 businesses on our website /directory at sdlheronetwork.com.
So it's connecting first responders and military people with different businesses, or if you are a first responder or military and you start a business, you guys are there to help as well.
Correct. So and we even being this promotional powerhouse, it gave us a platform to raise like $2 million for first responder families and veteran families over the last 7 years, like even in their darkest times. So it's evolved into something bigger and better than we ever imagined, and to the point where our mission is just simply making a difference in their lives.
And you are you retired firefighter?
No, I'm an active St. Louis City firefighter. My dad was a city firefighter. My uncle was the head of homicide, St. Louis City PD. So the seed was planted early in life.
Yeah. So still a firefighter, huh? Still doing it.
Yeah, I got a lot of stuff going on.
So explain. So and again, Brian McKenna passed away back in March. He was hit by a car in South St. Louis. And Brian spent a long time, over 20 years, bringing his brand of sports radio to St. Louis audiences. I knew Brian through Jeff Burton. They were great friends. In fact, they did a show together. And he worked with you guys. He was on the board, right, on the board of directors for St. Louis Hero Network?
He was our brand ambassador to bring exposure and brand recognition to our nonprofit and our mission.
Yeah, Brian did a lot of stuff for the community. He was really really into doing things for others. And talk to us about what Brian McKenna Day is and give us the details. It's going to be Saturday, so tell us what the events are.
Well, I'm actually at the Dotem, which is a golf tournament out in Peevely. It's in honor of Brian McKenna. We're the beneficiary the next 2 days through ESPN. But on Saturday, from 2 to 7, between Devonshire and Nottingham, the street that he lived on in St. Louis Hills on Francis Park, there's going to be a huge festival, a celebration of life. This was scripted by Brian of what he wanted in case something happened to him. He battled with cancer for a long time.
Yeah.
But he scripted this whole thing. He didn't want a funeral. He didn't want anybody to be sad when he passed because he knew it could come at any time. And he wanted just a party. And this party was literally scripted by him. And we're just following what his final wishes were.
He scripted out his memorial. That's
wow.
Whoa.
Correct.
That's wild. So
he wrote a lot. He wrote a lot in his spare time and his downtime about all kinds of different things.
So I have a question. Like, who got that though? Like, somebody had to know where the memorial was.
They just went through his stuff and found a bunch of different writings. I was privy to some of them and some of his thoughts. Like some of his final words and stuff. It's wild. Some of it's been posted on social media, and it's pretty wild to see that it was never about him. It was always about everybody else's problems, everybody else's feelings. Brian always put himself last, which made him the selfless icon and legend of South County / South City for the last, for his entire life.
So starting at 2 o'clock on Saturday, Macklin's going to be closed between Devonshire and Nottingham for what what should be the greatest party they could possibly throw to celebrate Mr. Brian McKenna.
Right, they're great. So they're going to be MC. J.C. Corcoran's going to MC. They got live music. A lot of the restaurants that him and I would frequent, like the Mac, Stands. We got Cyberg, J.J. Twiggs. They call him the mayor of Pueblo Solis on Hampton. He pretty much lived there. They're going to be heavily involved. So any place that, Brian and everybody that Brian touched will be involved that day. And it's just a very special day, and I'm excited to be a part of it.
And, of course, raising as much money as you guys can for the for the St. Louis Hero Network, which is something, Brian would be, supporting.
Right. Their donations are going to be made from the proceeds to basically the family, or just saying to his favorite nonprofits or / charities, which obviously we be one of them.
All right, Charlie. So what's the St. Louis Hero Network on Facebook, or what's the website that people go to?
Yeah, so our website, if you want to utilize the St. Louis Hero Network, is stlheronetwork.com. We have 40,000 followers on our Facebook / Instagram. I mean, that's kind of our mission. We work closely with Backstoppers. We raised $152,000 for Guns and Hoses. I'm on the board of that, too, benefiting Backstoppers last year. So, yeah, I mean, we're trying to be involved in every, asset or facet of the St. Louis Hero Network.
So it's going to be a great day. Saturday, 2 to 7, Brian McKenna Day. Macklin going to be closed between Devonshire and Nottingham. It's going to be a party. There's going to be bands. There's going to be food. There's going to be it's going to be a giant celebration in honor of our buddy Brian McKenna. And Charlie, appreciate you taking the time to give us the details.
All right. Well, thank you, Riz.
All right, there he is, Mr. Charlie Metzner from the St. Louis Hero Network. Talking about Brian McKenna Day.
Damn, J.C. Corcoran's coming in. He lives in Florida.
Oh, he does?
He does. Comes in for his buddy. That's cool.
We're in Florida.
I don't know. Probably where you want to go. Yep. Probably where all the legendary radio
all the radio
legends
people go to.
Oh boy,
go to
pasture.
no. Go out to be put out to pasture.
He still broadcasts in St. Louis from his home in Florida. So that could be you, man. I'm just saying.
I don't know.
The option's there.
I just want to have my toes in the sand, man. That's it.
And the radio on.
And the radio on, my toes in the sand.
Good morning, Boca Raton.
That's where I'm going. Boca, baby. All right, let's get to some emails. Ratio at 1057thepoint.com.
All right, let's start with this one. It says, this one's for Lern.
Okay.
What does this dream mean?
All right, let me write it down.
Mm-hmm. Last night I dreamed I was being stalked by tigers and lions. There were tons of them gathered outside my childhood house. Every time I tried to leave, I was attacked by them, had to fight them off with a shotgun. My childhood siblings were with me to fight them off. We did end up escaping and fighting through, but every new place we went, more tigers and lions followed us. I hardly ever dream anymore, so this was a little bizarre. What does this mean? Vicky.
All right.
All right. So let's lay out the facts here.
All right. We got being stalked. We got predators like lions and tigers. We have guns, so we have our defense. Siblings, we got the support, and we did escape, but they keep coming back.
I think this is easy.
It's an easy one. It means you're
Gay.
You're not, it's okay if you're gay, and that's
not
fine.
saying it's not.
What I'm saying is
That's how I interpret it.
I know everything is you're gay in your dreams. All right. I think who is this? Debbie?
Vicky.
Vicky's got some she's got some things that she's holding on to, some skeletons in her closet, and she's hoping it doesn't come out.
Closet.
And
I told you.
She's in the closet. And and she's got a good support system, so it sounds like she needs to it's a new job.
Vicky,
she needs a new job.
Are your teeth falling out? Are your teeth falling out in your dream? That means something.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
That means you're losing it and you got to go to a mental institution.
When your teeth fall out in your dream?
Yeah.
Is that true?
That's true.
I think
that's like a sign of you probably got to go to a mental institution
What?
for like just a couple of weeks. Yeah.
I've been having a recurring dream when my teeth fall out.
Guess what?
Are you
We have a
kidding?
straight jacket in the hallway. We're going to take you away.
Oh,
to
you know
the
what it
mental
says here
institution.
about teeth falling out?
Gay.
Yep.
Welcome.
I figured you just need to stop dressing like a ball of yarn. Because, I mean, it attracts all those cats and everything. That's why they're attacking
Right.
you.
All right,
Tigers
next.
and
That
lions.
too.
All right, let's go to entertainment reviews, but we'll stay with Lern.
What?
I'm sure you may have seen the show because it's already from 2018, but if you haven't heard of it, watch My Cat from Hell. It's
Yeah.
basically like The Dog Whisperer, but hosted by a guy named Jackson Galaxy.
You're telling don't
That's a
come
cool
in here
name.
and cat-splaining things to the cat queen, okay?
Oh, okay.
Jackson Galaxy is one of the most
His name is Jackson Galaxy?
yes, that's
And he
not
carries
his
around a
given
guitar
name.
case filled with cat training items.
He lost a lot of weight. He is like a guru of cats. If you have a cat that is from hell, he can come in and he'll essentially. He's like Caesar
Milan?
Caesar Milan,
Cesar Milan.
who would be able to come and train your unruly dogs.
this guy.
He was the guy who could do it to
You
your
point at
cats.
him and go, "Ch-"
Yeah. So anyway,
Dang. His name
I've
is
watched
so
it.
cool.
I've lived it. That guy rules, and I
Jackson
buy a ton of his
Galaxy,
products.
real name Richard Kirshner.
Okay.
it doesn't roll.
He's got like big gauges in his ears, and
He looks like Howie Mandel a little bit.
yeah.
He's got a Howie Mandel kind of look to him. Oh, so this
I watch
show's
his
over.
videos on YouTube. Actually, he has a lot of great.
Show's over.
Yeah, it's an old show, but his YouTube channel is pretty active. So if you have like cats from hell, you can go there and
That's pretty fun.
see short videos of how to deal.
Recovered addict. Yeah, he was 400 pounds, suffering severe health problems, underwent gastric bypass in 2007, vegan. All right.
Good resource.
Jackson
for
Galaxy.
Cat peeps.
Okay.
That
Next.
name.
All right, let's shift gears. Hey, fellas, and Lern, you guys were talking about fight or flight response, and it got me wondering if any of you had ever had that tested. I know Riz has been mugged. I got pickpocketed in Barcelona, realized it, and chased the guy down until he tossed my wallet. From loyal weirdo Joe. Sent from Moon's Pool.
Cool.
Oh, well, it's green right now.
I guess it's close. Is whenever a couple times on Warped Tour is same town, same day. First was like this probably 16-year-old girl. She ran over, grabbed our tip jar, and it was full of cash, and she took off running. So we grabbed it back in the crowd, and then there's this drunk guy that
You
he
beat the
came
hell
up-
out of her, right?
What?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, she walks with a limp now.
yeah.
Oh.
We took care of it. I didn't kick her out, though. I could have had security kick her out, but I was like, hey, give it back and you can stay. She's like, okay. Then the drunk guy, he came over, and he had a buddy with him, and I was on my own at this time there behind the tent. He took the tip jar, which even had more money in it, and so I didn't even think about it. Just kicked into that mode where I jumped over the table,
Wow.
grabbed him in a headlock, and the dude was so
Murdered
drunk
him.
where it felt like a piece of, I don't know, spaghetti noodle or something. He just went down so easy, and I'm like,
Damn, dude.
all right, well,
Spaghetti
so I
incident?
grabbed it back, and I told him to also scram. I was like, I don't want to get security.
That's
I was like,
awesome.
Hulk King Scott.
Yeah,
Hey.
but I jumped over the table. I was proud of myself on that
I'm
one.
proud of you for
What
doing
was
that.
the question?
Have you ever
fight or,
tested your
fight or flight? You ever been in a scenario like he said he knows that you've been mugged, but have we ever found ourselves in a fight or flight and found out about ourselves?
I have. Whenever the guy was joeing in the creek, I just took off. I ran
You were
so
flight.
fast. I was flight. I was like, get me the hell away from this pervert.
Yeah, hard to fight in that scenario.
Yeah.
I was stalked by a puma once, and I fought it.
What?
Sure.
What do you mean?
I fought it. No, I boxed a puma, and I won.
In Wildwood?
Yeah.
Dang. So brave, man.
Been jumped a couple times, like group jumpings. So I mean, it's a little bit different. The only other fight or flight I would say is like some major car accidents that I've been not involved in, but saw happen. One dude, car exploded in front of me and Johnny Venus, and we ran down and put that guy out. He was on fire and ripped his jeans off and got him off. And then shortly after, just within a few years of that, I saw another car smash into a car, and I thought it was going to explode because there was fuel everywhere. So there was a whole crowd around because the bar had just gotten out, and everybody was just staring. And I ran over and pried the door open and ripped the guy out of the car because I thought, I've already seen this before, and this is going to explode and kill us all. And ripped him out of the car, put him on the thing. Turned out he actually hit a cop. So the cops were there in like 90 seconds because an alarm went off. And the cop grabbed me. He was all delirious because he had just been hit. He thought that I was the one getting out of the car. So he's grabbing me. So I'm like, I'm helping. Like, I'm helping you. And he was all messed up, and he fell down eventually. It was a wild scenario, but the most wild thing about it is because I had kind of been in that situation before, I reacted without thinking about it. And when I looked around, there was probably 200 people just staring, and they didn't know what to do because there's fight, there's flight, and there's freeze.
And fawn.
And most people freeze.
Yeah, 10, 80, 10.
I've done it all. I fought. I've ran. I've frozen.
I don't know if I've ever. That's weird.
Yeah, and it's just how it catches you in that moment,
Yeah.
I think.
So I tend to get calm in those situations.
Well,
Yeah, me too.
Next.
It's something that kind of time slows down. Well, let's go back to Lern then. Hey, folks, I got a question for Lern specifically.
Okay.
So go ahead and read this right to her. Hello, Lern.
Hi.
It's me. I really loved your Weekend at Lerny's candle that you did with Maven Apothecary. But mine is almost gone. I was hoping you could recommend some specific candles or maybe even essential oil scents. I love the witchy vibes that you have. That's all. Sent from my antique singer sewing machine.
Well, I go to Maven for all my candles, and last year I did a collab with Kate Bethel's the owner, and she's a pal of mine. And I was just there on last week, and so that's where I get all my candles from, and it's perfect. So I don't know, go smell some candles at Maven.
Well,
Maybe
what
I'll
she
do
asked-
another one.
What is specifically she's asking? Like, what are your favorite scents?
It's a fella. But yeah, any essential oils or like, things to...
Sorry, I assumed.
Yeah.
Like you're not a patchouli gal, are you?
I am a patchouli gal. I love a patchouli plant, and I wear Chanel that has patchouli in it. But you know what? Like Aveda also has really great, like soothing lotions, and so does Maven. Maven has all of the stuff that you want.
You're a
to smell
dude.
good.
Get stuff that smells like sandalwood and be done with it.
Well, and they have that.
And deer
Go to
pee-pee.
Maven. Get some oils.
Get some mahogany scented whatever.
Yeah, leather.
Your house should smell like leather and wood. That's it. Be a man. Lavender. Get out of here with that. Next.
The next one's for you. As Riz's kids enter high school and are in high school, what advice do you have for first-time parents, Riz?
First-time parents?
First-time parents.
Like I'm just having a kid now?
Yeah, and I just had a buddy. He has a 7-week-old son. I saw him yesterday. and
Good
he was
luck.
Like, man, it's wild. Good luck. That's
Here, well, no, and stop me if I'm wrong here, Moon. I just feel like when one phase is over, just we move into another phase. So just when you think it's over, oh no, it's just beginning.
It's just beginning. That phase was child's play.
Yeah, now we're moving on to another challenge. Just when you think, oh my God, thank God we're out of that phase. Oh no, it's the next phase of whatever. Like we just got through the middle school gauntlet. Like we did it. I high-fived my wife the other day. I said, boom, we made it. We did it. Both kids are through middle school.
Toughest challenge yet.
Toughest, yeah. But now, a couple days later, the boy gets his driver's license. So now we are in another phase.
Oh,
Yep.
boy.
Like now it's another challenge. And now the girl is going to be in high school. What is that going to bring?
Oh, so much.
I hope
better
it's
be so
buckle up.
easy.
better.
and-
I do too, but it will be better, but it will be, there's more heart in high school. There's more like heartbreak, I feel like. Middle school and I don't have kids, but I was a former child. I feel like middle school was the tude. That's where the attitude kind of happens. But then you get into high school, and that's where like your first heartbreak maybe comes
Right.
from, or your friendships change, or you start a glow up or a glow down. Like a lot of heartbreak.
I feel like there are
In
more
high school.
consequences to your actions come high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like partying. Like, do you go to the party? Oh my God, you might get arrested because you drank and drove.
Now,
And then your junior year, you start realizing, oh man, I'm graduating next year, and if I want to ever get into college, I have to actually start really hustling now to get college credits. And
I was talking to my boy about this. He does well in school. I said, listen, man,
nerd.
it comes pretty easy to you. Like, comes easy to my son. Like, he never, he studies, but he's just like me. Like, testing was easy. Learning was pretty easy. My daughter is also a great student, works hard at it. And I told him, like, listen, dude, junior year is probably the most important of the years. Wouldn't you say?
That was for me.
Yeah,
Because it's where it all fell apart for me.
If you do it right. Yes, if you do it right, junior year should be where the real energy is focused.
Yeah. I started paying attention because the freshman,
It
sophomore, I
all
was
fell
kind of
apart
goofed
for me
around.
junior year.
And then I did that, and I managed to basically be a sophomore when I went into my first year of college because I got so many college credits.
Like, it really starts to get hard, and now you're starting to really see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, and
as
you
far
have,
as finishing
and
high
you have
school.
potential to get ahead.
Yeah, you have
Really?
and maybe set yourself up for a senior year that's easier.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
Because my days were short my senior year, and
Plus, junior year, you're thinking about colleges, you're applying to colleges, you're doing that.
But
whole
now
thing.
also you got your driver's license, and now there's that freedom that comes along with that. So there's a lot more distraction,
Yeah, it's a storm.
and I just don't want my son to fall into the same trap as I did. And like, it's going to be as easy as it was the first 2 years, and it's not. It's not.
Are people still going to college? I mean, as a majority, because I mean, when we were in high school, I feel like everybody was like, oh, we're either going to the military or we're going to college, or I guess going into the workforce immediately. But you hear more people saying that maybe they aren't pushing their kids
you
to
hear
go into
that.
college. And my nephew, I mean, he's one of these kids that like his family are like, hey, you can come work at the family business, no problem. They didn't push him to actually go to college.
Well, it's funny because
So-
I keep hearing that young kids are not going, but then I have a ton of nieces and nephews right now that are all getting ready for college. Some just went into college last year, and
Right.
all of them are going to
Well,
college.
it
All
depends on what they want to do.
Well, a lot of them don't know what they want to do.
Yeah.
And but I didn't know what I was going to do until I went to college. Like I went to junior college and then transferred.
I don't know.
So I don't know either.
I think it's just assumed that they're going to go. I don't know. I guess we have a year and a half maybe to decide.
Flying
California.
by.
Flying by, and
So
again, as a new parent, you're going to get through the newborn phase and the no sleep and all that stuff, and then they can become mobile, and then there's that, and then there's going to be the preschool and elementary school and everything that comes along with that.
Don't
then
blink.
middle school, and it's all different phases.
The best advice I can probably give on that note is whatever phase you think you're going through right now, as to piggyback on exactly what Riz is saying, try to enjoy it because someday you will miss this phase. You will miss this phase.
Yeah.
The ease of it, the pleasantness of some of the things that you may not assume are pleasant right now. Each phase is going to have its own set of challenges, and there will be many things that you miss about what you're going through right now.
Hey, you as your kids are growing up, you want like more kids? Do you find yourself thinking about that?
Do
You.
I want more kids?
Yeah, I'm looking at you.
Oh, God, no.
Because I feel like there's a couple people right now in my life that are like, their kids are flying, out of the nest, and they're like, oh, man, we kind of want to have more kids.
My wife and I are on the same page there.
That's
nope.
good.
Oh, God, no.
We'll see once.
Oh.
Good to know.
Do you think it'll change, though? You don't see that changing whenever your son goes off to Montana State or wherever he's going to go to school, and you don't think you're going to miss out? I'm like, wouldn't mind a second kiddo around.
No.
Okay.
I can guarantee you no.
Yeah. Is that a good guess for a school, by the way?
Montana? No, I don't see him going to Montana
State
either. But. All right. Thank you for your emails. When you go to the airport, do you guys use the moving walkways?
Yes.
Yeah.
I like to walk beside it.
You would.
Oh, I like getting on it and walking extra fast.
Do you?
Yeah, I don't stand on it. I'm like speeding.
I guess they seem unnecessary until you try one. And then they're either a great way to walk twice as fast or park yourself and move without walking at all. I don't know, whatever you want to do. But according to a new report, moving walkways may be on the way out at airports.
What?
Impossible.
Why?
Impossible. There are certain airports that you absolutely need them.
Like O'Hare or something big like that, you
have to have
that
I want you to
stretch.
tell me why. Why do you think these things are going away?
Because people are getting injured because they're...
No.
Okay, good.
No.
People are doing dumb things on
Nope.
them.
Expenses of repairs?
Nope, because the kiosks they pass up are losing business.
Ah,
that does make
everything
sense.
goes back to profit.
Everything goes back to money, Lern. How about that?
It's
But a lot of
capitalism,
them-
baby.
Airports make money in two ways, Scott. The fees related to airplanes and other revenue opportunities, primarily retail and concessions. The goal of an airport operator is not to get you to the gate as quickly as possible. It's to monetize your journeys as
God.
much as possible.
The majority of them that I'm thinking of, though,
Yeah,
only
in
have
hallways.
it. Yeah, they only have it in between, like to pass gates, certain gates.
So those aren't leaving, I bet.
Moving walkways are bad for business because they don't have many exit points, and it reduces foot traffic for businesses. Not only that, but the walkways are also a divider, separating people walking on one side from getting to shops on the other side.
Oh, that's awful.
I'm trying to think of which one they're talking about. Because all the ones that I use on a regular basis, none of this is applicable.
Yeah, they're in the hallways where there's windows on the sides. There's no...
It's
no,
enough.
they're in the center.
There's enough where it's going. They're gone. Goodbye. Say goodbye.
Dumb.
There's also the cost of maintenance, like you mentioned before. The design also makes them inefficient to use, with them not being very wide while trying to accommodate walkers and standers and baggage, as well as people with mobility issues who need extra space and time. Supposedly, these factors have led to new terminals not installing moving walkways, and some existing ones ripping theirs out.
It's noticed in Dallas. I hate Dallas's airport just because it takes forever to get anywhere. It just seems like a never-ending, very slow circle to the left. But they don't have any of those, and one of the reasons I noticed that is because it is just packed with crap. There's so much Dallas Cowboys thing over here, and then Smoothie King, and then this. It's just nothing but vendors. Dallas is just vendor heavy. Yet you can't ever find what you actually want.
I'm thinking of maybe Newark. Newark's got a moving walkway in the middle of the terminal, which does separate one side from the other.
I don't remember. I'm trying to envision.
You're going to be
it
there,
for some
right?
reason.
Next week?
Am I in New York? I might be LaGuardia.
Just keep your eye open.
Are people flying into Newark? I heard
Yeah, it's like the
everything was
most
a
dangerous.
mess.
Well, no, it's one of the biggest hubs. Hopefully they have it figured out. I don't know.
I mean, the FAA was in distress, I saw. Whoops.
Oh, you wouldn't need radar. It's fine.
It's great.
It's fine. I could look out.
Everything's
the window.
great.
Everything's great. Everything's great, guys. Time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your crap on celebrities.
Well, a big part of crap on celebrities lately has just been lawsuits. We've been following the Diddy lawsuit, the Kim Kardashian lawsuit. I have an update on the Smokey Robinson one coming up. But one that I forgot from last year, and I think we all did, was, Pearl Jam touring guitarist and ex-Red Hot Chili Pepper guitarist Josh Klinghoffer.
How could I forget? He ran over somebody.
He did run over somebody. And so, obviously it takes a long time to get through the legal system. So he has avoided jail by taking a plea deal in the case where he failed to yield while driving and accidentally struck and killed a pedestrian
It was
last
on
year.
a cell phone, right?
Well, there were reports of that, and Rolling Stone put out a report here that said he pleaded no contest to misdemeanor vehicular manslaughter without gross negligence. So that's the official terminology.
I bet you it's he pled down.
He's now sentenced to 1 year of informal probation, 60 days of community labor. He was going to possibly go to jail for a year. So because he took the plea deal, he got that down. Now he's got to complete driver safety classes and pay restitution at a determined later date. But this is interesting. I was reading another story. They have video of him that he was not on his phone. That's what the family said. They were like, he was on his phone, distracted, and hit this guy. And according to his attorneys, he was not on a phone. Like, there's video surveillance that we all watched, and they couldn't determine, he was on a phone or not. And they're saying that he wasn't.
Was he in like a residential area? If I remember seeing it correctly.
Yeah, it was like it was kind of like it looked almost like Kirkwood or something.
Right, like a subdivision.
Right. And he was distracted, but not by a phone. Hit the guy.
What a tragedy.
Very big tragedy. The family, talked about the great loss of their father. Great guy. He died because his head hit the concrete so hard that it took him out at the hospital.
Jeez.
But I don't know. This is good news for Josh Klinghoffer that he's not going to prison. But we'll see if anything else
this
comes
is the
of it.
Chili Peppers guitarist that took over after Frusciante quit for the second time, and then got fired when Frusciante came back for the third time.
Right. What do you think he'll do now? Like, where do you go
Well,
from
he was
here?
touring with Pearl Jam for a long time.
He's on the road right now with them, isn't he?
Well,
Oh,
Pearl
is he?
Jam, he's like the keyboard player or something.
Oh, okay. So he's still working. That's good.
Yeah.
You think he'll write music? Like, I can't even imagine. Like, I try to put myself in people's shoes when we talk about him, and I'm like, you accidentally kill somebody. How do you go on like that?
Matthew Broderick
Oh, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
killed somebody in Ireland.
Yep.
What year was that? That was
the 80s.
in the 80s.
And who was he with? He was with somebody famous too.
So yeah. Wonder with
Not Sarah Jessica Parker.
No. It was.
Was it?
It was.
Was it Sloane from?
Yes.
From Ferris Bueller.
Right.
Was
Oh,
it
really?
Jennifer Grey?
1987, killed a mother and her daughter.
Oh my God.
Two people.
And he was with.
He was with. Show me Jennifer Grey.
Yes.
Guess who?
Yeah.
Jennifer Grey pre-nose job.
They dated.
They were siblings in that
Oh,
movie.
how
They were dating at the time.
Broderick and Gray dating at the time. Were traveling
don't
to
like-
Northern Ireland together on
I don't
vacation.
like that
The trip was
Ferris
intended to be a
Ferris
was
break.
dating
dated
his sister. And the parents got married in real life too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So the
What a love shack that
so-
movie
Oh
was.
yeah.
Ferris's parents, the actors, got married in real life,
Cute.
and Ferris was dating his sister.
His sister.
Oh boy.
Sloane?
She was so
No, it's
cute.
not Sloane. What was her name?
Frances. Because remember at the end, Charlie Sheen's like, "What's your name?" And I think her name.
No,
she
Sloane
says,
was the sister. Sloane Peterson. No,
Sloane was the girlfriend.
I'm sorry.
With the
Sloane
cool
was the
jacket.
girlfriend. What was his sister's name?
Frances.
Francis.
No.
Look it up. Look it up. If it's Frances, you owe me $20.
Cameron was dating the secretary of the principal.
What?
No, stop
she
it.
wasn't. She was like, he's a righteous dude. Smokey Robinson has now countersued his former housekeepers and their lawyers for $500 million, accusing them of defamation. What is it?
Jeannie.
You're like, give me that.
What? I thought it was
Middle
Frances.
name is Francis.
So Smokey Robinson getting sued for $50 million, right, by his former housekeepers. We've been following this as well. They claimed that the singer abused them, sexually assaulted them over many years, and his wife was also involved. So now Smokey's lawsuit says the plaintiffs did not have a right to create a media circus of a press conference and use that platform to slander the Robinsons. And the accuser's lawyers replied, it is baseless and a vindictive legal maneuver designed to re-victimize, shift blame, and discourage others from coming forward. But Smokey Robinson is now countersuing for $500 million.
Wow.
In good news, Kid Rock is opening a new restaurant in Nashville called the Detroit Cowboy on June 3rd. According to a press release, the Detroit Cowboy is the only place on earth where, quote, Detroit grit and Nashville swagger collide for the finest dining hangout. It's not the only spot with his name on it. Of course, he has the Big Honky Tonk and the Rock and Roll Steakhouse, which are both in Nashville as well. The Detroit Cowboy will be different because you can dress however the hell you want. You sit down, you get a nice meal served by a waitstaff wearing classic white dinner jackets and bolo ties.
I did go to the Kid Rock bar.
Oh, yeah, when you were there?
When I was there, and it was pretty cool.
I bet it was.
They had different floors, and each floor had a different band.
Yeah. I've been to it as well.
That'd be neat.
So on the ground floor, I guess that's the main room. I mean, it was packed. And then you go to another floor, and there was, one type of band. And the next floor was another type of band.
That's
and
cool.
On the rooftop, there was another band.
Right. And sometimes Kids Rock is there, which is excellent.
It was really a thing. And I'd never seen. So I guess, and have you played down at any of the bars in Nashville, Moon?
Tootsies.
Like the ones that you're thinking of right there? No,
Right.
but I mean, a lot of the different venues. What was that one? The Rocket? I think
Oh,
I'm
Rocket
talking
Town.
like the bars.
Rocket Town was right
Like
down there.
the bars on was it
Yeah, no.
Broadway?
I don't
played some cool venues. I did Greek Fire did something down there with Amber Lynn, and it was just off of there. Kind of a famous place, all wood. Shoot.
Well, because I was talking to one.
Oh.
So I got to rapping with one of the bands that was playing that night, and I go, "Hey, out of curiosity, how much you guys get paid?" Very rude of me to ask, but it was
That's
it was a
curious
legit
question, yeah.
And he goes, "Nothing."
Tips?
And they passed around a Home Depot bucket, big ass buckets, and that thing came back filled to the brim with money.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Filled. And not like just I threw a couple cents in there. I mean dollar bills, y'all.
Yes. That's cool.
It was filled.
Wow.
So those dudes make some pretty decent money.
As they should.
As they should.
It's the heartbeat of Nashville.
I was very entertained.
But that is really cool that's kind of agreement between the artists there in Nashville and those venues where it's like, well, you'll play for free, but we'll also give you tips. We won't take
But
anything
we'll
in.
pack the house out for
Yeah.
you.
Right.
And it's going to be crowded. And they pass around the bucket, and that's how everybody contributed.
That is
everybody,
awesome.
everybody there contributed.
You
I
never
love
know. You might be
Nashville.
the next guy getting seen, too.
And
so.
and gladly, it wasn't like, tips for the band.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
The bands are good.
The bands were good, and it was gladly, sure, $20,
Yes.
worth it.
In other Kid Rock news, you guys, he just released a documentary called Rock the Country on his YouTube channel, and it's following his journey of the Rock the Country Festival, which wasn't that just here, or is it coming still? Isn't Kid Rock
I thought it was
coming
in
to like
Texas
Cape
or
Girardeau?
something.
Anyway, here's Kid
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Rock's-
It's the bull riding thing, right?
Is it the
What?
bull ri- There's a big. It's a Hoosier Fest, and I mean
Yeah.
that lovingly. I think it's coming to Cape. But anyway, here is the Rock the Country documentary intro scene clip.
How did Rock the Country start? You know, it really goes back several years that I'd been, I guess, complaining a little bit to my,
What's with the porno music?
He's naked. He's naked, actually. All he has on is his sunglasses and his top hat.
Sounds like
booking
a Bravo
agents,
show
my
or
managers,
something.
people like that I just, everyone has just gotten complacent. I just felt like their cash cow. I can go tour. It's no problem. It just got a little mundane to me. I kind of wanted to semi-retire unless I could find something like this to do and really build. So I switched booking agencies.
All right. And also, he was here in Poplar Bluff in May, at the beginning of
I
May,
missed it.
May 2nd.
I finished the Pee Wee documentary last night.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it gets
Sad, huh?
well. The ending is super sad because they have audio of him on the day before he died,
No, I haven't gotten there yet.
and they go into the porn movie
The
thing.
theater.
I forgot he was swept up in like a pedophile, like erotic art thing too. Back in the,
Really?
do you remember what? Speaking of Ferris Bueller,
Well, yeah,
Principal
the
Rooney.
principal.
Yeah.
when he had like weird like child porn art at his house.
Yes.
Pee Wee was kind of swept up in that whole thing.
Oh, my
So they're all.
goodness.
But it comes to find out that it was like he had like erotic art from the 70s.
As like art, like around?
He was a collector.
But then people made assumptions and further accusations.
He wound up pleading guilty to an obscenity charge.
But wasn't
no
a
child
part.
porn.
Wasn't a part of like a pedophile ring, like they.
No,
Accused him?
it was like
Oh.
having like movies or photographs, and you got.
But the other guy actually
I
went
forgot
to,
about that.
The principal went to jail for it, all right?
I think he forgot to. And Pete was on the sex offender registry for a year.
I remember that.
I think Jeffrey Jones, the principal from Ferris Bueller's Day Off, he moved and didn't re-register or something.
Okay.
And then they murdered him for Beetlejuice, too. He didn't have to deal with it. Moon sent me this Michael Jackson's biopic likely delayed by a year after news of major reshoots due to the controversies. The movie directed by Antoine Fuqua and starring Jackson's real-life nephew in the title role might not hit theaters now until 2026.
Who looks crazy good as him, by the way.
Yes.
Well, it's
crazy
family.
good.
It's family.
Well, yeah, I understand, but I'm just saying, like, they decked him outright. Other than the nose, you're like, whoa, is that a real, you're kind of like, they're nailing it. Did you hear
Whose
the
son is that? Tito?
I don't know. Did you see the details about why they had to do all these reshoots and why they got pushed back?
Yeah.
Dude, it's crazy. So they referenced one of the accusers in the thing, and somehow, I don't know whose lawyers missed this, but in the settlement with between Michael or the estate or one of those accusers, they actually had in writing in the settlement that it could not be referenced. He and his family could not be referenced in any movie or show or song or anything.
Huh.
That the estate could then make money off of.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And they had shot this whole movie
And didn't.
with that being one of the portions of the movie and didn't read the friggin' settlement. And somebody caught it and was like, oh my God, we can't release this.
Right.
So they had to reshoot it.
Do you think people will go and see this? Do you think that this will be as welcomed as the biopics before it?
Who's in charge? The Jackson family?
Yeah.
It's going to be all about timing, as everything is, I guess.
I don't know if I'm into it.
I don't know.
I'd have to see a trailer.
Yeah.
Like, if they're not going to touch on the entire life and it's going to be biased because of the Jackson family denying the allegations, I mean, still, right? They're still denying.
He was a weird dude, regardless of whatever. But
if you want to celebrate the music and you want to take the artist away from the allegations, like, are you going because of the music, or are you going because of the crazy stories that came from his legacy and his life?
Whatever controversy it may have in the release time and in this time frame, I still think he who controls the narrative. And I think that this is an important thing that they think that they're doing for the long-term legacy.
For the legacy of.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a patch. Even if the patch doesn't, like, stop a leak now, it may stop things or shift things later. You know what I mean?
The mom's still around?
Oh, I don't know.
Joe Jackson died, the dad.
Right.
Is the mom still around? Because I think it's two of the Jackson sisters' birthdays today.
Michael.
And the oldest is like 75 years old.
Catherine Jackson, she's 95.
95.
She's still alive.
Wow. I guess to mow my lawn, dog.
Dang.
I just trimmed the edges.
LaToya is 69. And Rebby, is that what they call her? Rebby?
Rebby, yeah.
Rebby Jackson is 75.
Dolly Parton is celebrating another achievement, you guys. Dollywood was just crowned America's favorite theme park for the third year in a row. Anybody ever been? I've never been
Where?
to Dollywood.
No.
Dollywood, Pigeon Forge?
No, I've been to
I'd like to.
Stampede, though, baby. Woo!
Yeah.
She's been out at Disneyland in California.
But I'm a Silver City loyalist, so I can't go.
We know
Yeah,
that
I
about
wonder.
you.
So that's USA Today?
Yeah.
Silver Dollar City's always in the top 5.
Yeah.
It's great.
They always do well.
Let's be real, it's the better one.
I love this for Dolly Parton, though. I've never been. I have to go. Dollywood. I mean, the Stampede is it's the closest thing we have to that, but I want to go to, like, the motherland and see what
Which
it's all
is
about.
closer? Is Pigeon Forge closer than Branson?
No.
This is closer.
Yeah.
I don't know where Pigeon Forge is.
Pigeon Forge.
That's in
Branson's
Center
what,
State,
2.5
Eastern
hours
State.
away? Yeah.
What, Branson?
Yeah.
3
2.5?
hours? 2.5, 3
What
hours?
are you driving, bro?
I just fly.
Apparently.
85 down to 44. This is cool. Rob Lowe's son looks exactly like him, and he has been blessed with everything that his father has going on. The good looks, the tan, matching tattoos. And I know this because 61-year-old Rob Lowe posed shirtless with his 29-year-old son. They're both ripped. They both have tattoos in the same area of their arms, and they had Lowe family tradition, self-indulgent shirtless gym photos. So, ladies, eat it up. Rob Lowe still looks good, by the way. You listen to his podcast?
He's ageless. Yes, I do.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, it's
him a
good.
lot.
I watch also his show, The Floor,
Oh,
which
so
is
do we.
also terrific.
Yeah, I enjoy that very much. And I like playing with my husband.
I do too.
Meals plays it with you?
Well, the whole family.
Really?
Like, that's a family show.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of the only times that the Riz family actually gathers and we watch Rob Lowe on the floor.
Looks great.
And play along.
Love it.
All right.
I'm excited about this upcoming documentary on Hulu, all surrounding Barbara Walters, called Tell Me Everything. It's going to be out June 23rd. She sits down in all of her legendary interviews with like Taylor Swift, President Trump before he was president. St. Louis's own Andy Cohen is one of the talking heads talking about Barbara Walters' career. Oprah, Katie Couric, many others talking about her perspective. Here's a little clip of the trailer for Barbara Walters' Tell Me Everything.
Sitting down with Barbara Walters.
I'm just a normal kid.
Oh, Eric, you're a normal kid who killed your parents.
No one ever got out totally unscathed. She was fearless, and sometimes she got under people's skin.
Ever do drugs in front of your child? Oh my God. Martha, why do so many people hate you?
Each and every one of us has people that love us and people that hate us.
No, not everybody has people who hate them. But are you afraid of sharing emotions?
There's certain things I just don't enjoy sharing. What's there to know?
You would drive me nuts, and I would drive you crazy because I would be saying, but you know.
Well, we could try it and see if it worked out.
I think we'll stop and reload.
I also made fun of her for some of her questions. Like, she was if you were a tree, what kind of tree would you be?
Yeah. She's out there, but she's also fearless. And the end there was her with Clint Eastwood kind of flirting around.
She was a trailblazer.
She really was. A couple of things before I end. So rest in peace to Ed Dale. Do you guys know who Ed Dale is?
Yes.
Just by that name? But you know, because maybe you saw this, but like Ed Dale.
He's the redheaded kid.
Chucky?
Yeah.
The Chucky doll? That's correct. He passed away, and I love how his niece kind of eulogized him. So he dressed up as Chucky for Child's Play movies. He was also Howard the Duck. He was 61 years old when he died.
Howard the Duck.
And
Howard the Duck, that's right.
Yeah. That was his big one.
His niece paid tribute to him and says, "It is with a heavy heart and surprisingly light coffin." See what I did there? That we announced the sudden passing of our uncle Ed Gale. He has taken his final bow and is now headlining in the afterlife. Ed loved 7-Eleven hot dogs with a disgusting amount of ketchup. He enjoyed reminiscing about his glory days DJing at the Plainwell roller rink. He hated Bill Maher for no good reason. He delighted in the slow build of telling a good story and cheating at cribbage. He had one hell of a laugh, and he will be missed. Rest in love, you cranky bastard. He was in Spaceballs, Mom and Dad Save the World, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, Bill and Ted's Bogus Adventure. He was on My Name is Earl, Family Matters. He was everywhere. I mean, obviously,
his
Chucky
credits
was
are crazy.
A great career.
Biggest in his career. So rest in peace to him. And that is your crap on celebrities.
Celebrity celebrating a birthday today, Riley Keough. That's Elvis's granddaughter, Lisa Marie's daughter. She was in Mad Max Fury Road and The Girlfriend Experience on Stars. She's 36. Carmelo Anthony is 41. Mel B is 50. Daniel Tosh is 50. David Bertka, the dude who is with Neil Patrick Harris, also was on How I Met Your Mother a few times as Scooter. He's 50. Laverne Cox is 53. Noel Gallagher is 58. Lisa Whelchel. Blair on Facts of Life is 62. Melissa Etheridge, 64. Rupert Everett, Prince Charming in the Shrek movies, is 66. Annette Bening is 67. LaToya Jackson is 69. John Hinckley, the guy who shot Ronald Reagan in 81, and he did it to impress Jodie Foster.
He's out, by the way, and he's making music.
He's 70. Danny Elfman is 72, and Rebby Jackson is 75 years old.
All right, today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Victoria Red. And today's birthday girl has been in 70 fine films, including Afternoon Pleasures, Business and Pleasure, Crammed and Conquered, The Fabulous Fist 2, The Hose Monster 7, My Stepmother is a Vampire, Moon's Favorite, Slime Wave 30 and 31, the whole series you're a fan of, and Who Can Forget a Role? In 2014's Toes for Tongues.
Oh.
Victoria Red is 39 years old. It's your porno birthday. Those are your crappy birthdays. Now it was your crap on celebrities. All right, we got to take one final break. We'll come back, wrap her up. That is it for us. We thank you all for tuning in. If you missed anything on the program today, please check out the clip of the day brought to you by Michael's Flooring. Also, the podcast brought to you by Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers. And today's podcast is titled
Nuggets Should Only Be of Chicken Descent.
Ah, yes. And that is very true. All right, tomorrow, the Big Friday show. Rafe will be back after his, colon blow.
He was in the chat, like, briefly watching the
Endoscopy.
show. So.
Oh, okay.
From the toilet, probably.
I hope all's going well. All right, Moon, what else?
CanYouFeelThePunkTonight.com. Get tickets for August 8th. Chesterfield Amphitheater. This is a family event. It's going to be so much fun. Bring the entire family. Chesterfield Amphitheater. We're coming out to the county. We're coming out west. So, I'll see you August 8th. Get tickets at thepageant.com.
Learn.
Follow all of us on the socials. If you want to find us, it's very easy. Go to Rizzuto Show on all the socials, and we're all on there. And we'd love to see your comments about our lives.
Yes.
You know? Just your personal
Love that.
thoughts about our personal lives. Thank you.
Scott.
And just to piggyback on what Lern said, if you ever go online or you go on the internet, make sure to follow me at King Scott Rules. It's a lot of fun on the internet.
Okay. We leave you with a selection from our Teamers Remember the Day, brought to you by Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. Celebrate 35 years with us at the Hot Shots in St. Charles on Sunday, beginning at noon. Birthday boy, Scott Layton is our Teamers Remember the Day.